Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Another episode on the lovely Tuesday morning slash afternoon for you guys over there on the East Coast. Welcome, all pro JAFFOs, bringing you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. Of course, I am your host, JP,
Hey yo.
and with the technical difficulties whatsoever, always happening the same way.
Hey
There
yo.
we go. And with me, as always, the 6'10 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the show, we've been talking to him a little. That's why we were a little late. We were already getting into good conversation with this man, a legend in the A7FL, two-time champion, CP3, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Price.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Corey, thank you for being on the show with us today. Again, I know it's going to be a good one because we spent the first 15 minutes off air just, already kind of getting into it. But for the people who don't really know and who are new to the A7FL, let them know a little bit about yourself.
All right. First and foremost, big fan of the show. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited about what you guys have been doing, the progress and everything. So I just want to tell you, keep it up. And I'm a fan, and you're giving me the
Thank you.
blueprint to do my own thing. So thanks again. But first and foremost, my name is Corey Price, CP3. My first year in the A7FL, I would say, was 2015. It came in with a rookie team, the Wolfpack. We actually had a few good guys, great guys, actually, that some of the fans still might know. Carnell, K-Wack, Jamie Melendez, Denero Hubbard, Debo. Um, we called ourselves the Wolf Pack, but we were really like the big four. I called us the Four Horsemen because I think we were like the cornerstone of that rookie team. I ended up getting tore my rotator cuff my rookie year. So after that, I missed the last three games. We missed the playoffs, but we had a great year, a great year. We ended up getting recruited by BIC the next year, and BIC ended up losing on the Hail Mary, I remember, to the Chiefs in the
Mm.
rain to go to the championship to get a rematch to play the U. And the Chiefs ended up beating them on the Hail Mary. And I stayed in that game and I would never forget. I said, damn, maybe if I was playing cornerback there, I wouldn't have gave up no go to the championship game. So that whole off season, they recruited us. I was recruited to actually play cornerback for them. And like my brother Country K up there, just to play ATH, play a little corner, receiver, punt return, kick return, and stuff like that. Because they had this quarterback McQueen, and he was awesome. He used to play for Wrecking Crew, which is known as the U now. So they always had a great team. So I figured me being a young player, learning behind him, that would be best for me, and to progress my game to eventually be a quarterback like I was my first year. Because in high school, I never played quarterback. I just played cornerback and slot receiver, kick return, running back. Like Country K said, just a little everything. So McQueen ended up getting hurt. He hurt his shoulder the
Mm.
second game of the year. We played Spanktown, which is now Snow Tribe. That was actually Spanktown's first year ever, 2016. And
One of Corey Hammond's old stomping grounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Even though Corey Hammond been here for 20 years and he don't play for everybody. But and it's funny, we'll get to him too as I go down the lane. But McQueen ended up getting hurt. I ended up stepping in, and we didn't miss a beat. We won every game. Besides the game, we played the Chiefs, and one of the conversations that we're going to talk about later is the definition of a super team, because this has been getting thrown around a lot with the Insomniacs, and I'm going to take a lot of heat for this because the Insomniacs are not a super team. So we'll get to that a little bit later on. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think is a super team. The team that we played in the regular season, the Chiefs, my rookie year, the first team I played against was the Bombers. Ryan DePaul will tell you the Bombers were the best team in this league since the start of this whole franchise since 2007. And in 2007 until probably 2011, they ran everything. Almost 3-4 championships in a row until SWG came, which was a team that was from Newark, and they had great players like Chick, Amir Morris, the guy who was a top 100 player in New Jersey, and he was only about 22 when he first came. They had tremendous guys, and they ended up going on a three-peat. And then what happened, I think it was 2013 or 14, because I had an uncle that played in the league, but I never played. Because it was always the notion of, I don't want you to get hurt, It was always that. The Bombers and SWG formed. Remind you, the Bombers and SWG back in the day, there was BIC in the U right now. So when them two teams formed, that's what you would call a super team. You are the best teams in New Jersey, and you're forming together to become one team. That's a super team. Now, fast forward that, most of those guys was branching off because they were getting older. But when the Chiefs lost that championship against the U in 2015, they got blown out. All of the guys that was on the Bombers, they all went to the Chiefs. And then they formed the Chiefs' new team, which was the Bombers. Great players like ST that people really don't talk about, who are talking about dual threat. The guy was just amazing, like just outstanding. So long story short, fast forward, McQueen's, he said he's feeling better. He wants to play against the Chiefs. Rainy game at night. I think we got blown out. Lost the game about 28-6. Smoke, the receiver that plays for the U right now, pulled me to the side. He told me, you know what, we're just going to stick with you for the rest of the year. McQueen's going to back you up, and we're just going to take it from there. Fast forward, we end up playing the U in the Final Four. Remind you, the U won the championship in 2014 and 15. They were going for their three-peat. This is my first game I played against Huff. It was a great game. It was a shootout back and forth. That's the hit that when I got hit on the sideline by JJ that went viral. When I tell you, when I got hit and I died and came back to life, that is testament. I'm telling you right now. And I heard Curry screaming in the back of my ear, "CP, get up!" And I'm like, bro, I can't even breathe right now, dude. Give me a second, please.
Hey, you were astral projecting on your body.
Bro, I swear to God, I literally my soul left my body and I'm looking at myself on the ground. So
that's hilarious. Courage in the background. Get up.
This are my twin boys, bro. I swear to you not. Boom, we end up coming back. We end up beating them. It was a controversy that game because they say Moon caught a Hail Mary. But Ryan DePaul even shared an extra video on the side. When Moon caught the ball, he bobbled it. He caught it, but he bobbled it. And the second catch that he bobbled, his foot stepped on the white line. So obviously it's incomplete. But since we were really like a rec league back in the day, and somebody see a play like that, so it's going to be automatically a touchdown. Nobody want to hear somebody foot stepped on here, somebody bobbled this, but it was the right call. So we end up playing the Chiefs again in the playoffs. Remind you, this time they're already 10-0. They're already during the year. And to be honest with you, they were blowing us out by 3 touchdowns during the championship game. And so they were really celebrating. They're already doing their own thing. They're kissing their kids, hugging their mom, et cetera, et cetera. When I tell you, I think that was the game that me and Courage really locked in, and we end up coming back and winning that championship game. I think that was the game that gave me the prestige, and the confidence to let me know I can really do this. I can really play quarterback now. Now, the next year I would say is what Rob always gets to when he says on the 3-1, which I feel like the Insomniacs will go through this year. It's always harder to repeat for some reason, because once you win, and I'm just telling this from my personal experience, being a 23-year-old winning the championship in this league, you're gonna somewhat get lazy. I don't care who you are. You're gonna get complacent. You're gonna say, well, I already done everything, so what's next? And I think that's one of the reasons why we didn't repeat. But at the same time, we played a great Immortals team, a team that doesn't play anymore. And we ran up against some great players in this league that ended up playing the Chiefs in the championship game, and even though they ended up losing.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about a super team, I kind of wanted to get like because what runs through my head is like you said, you had two really good teams that were dominating the division
Mm-hmm.
coming together to form one.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it's not necessarily two dominant teams, but it's all pretty much the dominant players in the area and in that division.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's been kind of given that moniker of super team because when you watch the Insomniacs, every game that they play in the Vegas division, it's a blowout.
Blue dude,
Almost, pretty much 100% of the time.
I've watched almost every game, and this is listen, like I told you earlier, I'm gonna take some knock for this, but this is what I don't like about New Jersey. Here's the thing: since I've been playing in this league, we have the notion over here is Jersey first, F everybody else, F Baltimore. Because when Baltimore won their championship in 2018, and they were saying, "Oh, that was a down year for Jersey." What are you talking about? A down year, dude? Like everybody played football. Everybody like there was no super team that year. I would honestly say, and the best team won that year. That's all that was. So for you to say Jersey had a down year, you're down playing Baltimore's championship. And then the following year after that, the Chiefs, the team that I told you that we beat in the championship, even though they won their chip in 2017, they folded in 2018, and all of them went to the U. So you can even say the U was somewhat of a super team, even though they got smoked in the championship by the Immortals. And that was the team that we lost to when I played for Savage by a point. We lost with 20-19 to go to the championship to play the U. So it's like it's like and Kenny that plays for BIC, he got upset and came at me a week or two ago because he said when I do my own podcast, The Price is Right, I asked the question. I said, is this a smart move or a good move for BIC to have all these super teams, all of these guys like you just said on one team, and guys are not going to play? Is that going to mess up the chemistry? And he got upset and said, I'm always talking about BIC. I always got the name in their mouth, and BIC was relevant before me and after me. But remind you, they had all these great quarterbacks and didn't win anything until I got there. So who was really relevant. So fast forward all of that. I had a couple years with Savage, which was a great year. A couple great years. We lost to the U by 1 point, lost to the Immortal by 1 point, back-to-back years. We had the COVID year. The four teams played. I played for the Hawks. We lost to the U in the championship game. And then after that, I went back to the BIC in 2021. And I ended up getting hurt. But like I said on the 3-on-1 2-3 years ago, it was a blessing in disguise of me getting hurt because I have no problem saying somebody's better than me. And when Sterry came on the team, I said this was a blessing in disguise for this man to come on the team and take over. I'm in year 7, 8. This guy's in his first year. This is this and this is the unselfishness that like a lot of players don't understand. Look at the Ryan Tannehill situation when he said, I'm not mentoring nobody. Come on, dude. You're in your like 10th year and someone's in his first or second year. If you really want to help this team, your job should be to mentor this guy to help your team further, progress in the long run, because you're not going to be here forever. Father Time is real.
Real hell.
So for Kenny to get upset, like I'm taking a shot at the team, I'm like, dude, like me and the owner of your team, Carl, is like this. So like I would never. But at the same time, that's just the business now. It's the what have you done for me lately. So I don't take anything personal at all, because like I just told you guys earlier, to be honest with you, I've been being a parent first and putting football second, and I don't have any ill will towards that. I might miss football, but being a dad is just being it's filling the void for now.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to be able to get my own, but I love seeing people excited for parenthood and everything like that. So it's pretty awesome to see, man. Really, that's commendable. Um, I did want to get into a little bit more like with what you've seen with Vegas,
Yeah, okay,
right?
perfect. I want to ask
We
you that.
so with Vegas, and this has just been my own from watching the games, especially in fall brawl and in the spring and everything else like that. The conversation seems to be, oh yeah, we have our top three teams too. We have the Insomniacs, we have the Sick With It, and we have the Force. But even though that's the top three teams,
Mhm.
the 2 and 3 team are nowhere near number one. It's
Not
not
even
even
close.
close because every time they play, like again, the first half usually tends to be kind of close, but because of the depth of the squad, the talent that they have on the squad compared to everybody else in the division, it's kind of it's kind of a foregone conclusion. There's no real worry,
Okay, so
at the end of the day. I'm watching Fall Brawl. They beat the Alienators by what, over 20 points?
well,
What was
back
it?
up.
What was the It was 66-41, and that was kind of putting up a good fight. In commentary, like you're getting 66 put on you, and you put up a good fight because you just happened to put 44 when they were asleep in the first half.
Exactly.
That
Now,
that
this is this is what and once again, like I know I'm going to take some heat for this, but me personally, watching this game for a long time, I just think that Jersey over here, we're just stuck in our ways right now because I have never seen a division put up as many points as this division lead. And let's be real, we know about the Vegas division. They were only relevant because Bagway was down there with Deion Davis. But because before that, Lauren Gray wasn't getting it done down there, and nobody else wasn't getting it done down there. Baltimore, on the other hand, Ace Boogie, Buck, they've always been putting up points like that, but it hasn't been the severity of teams like the Insomniacs, Sick With It, Force, Kryptonite, like, and on the other hand, I just feel like the thing that's lacking with Jersey over here is that there's too many guys that can play. They're going on one team. You're sitting on the sideline all game, majority of the game, 3/4 of the game, when you could be playing somewhere else, helping somewhere else, actually playing. Now, this is exactly why I'm gonna say this as well. I have the Insomniacs up here. They are the best team right now, from what I've seen, and they're the champs. Let's just give them respect. But say if they wasn't the champs, say if y'all did lose that game against the Nightcrawlers in the championship game, just look at y'all roster top to bottom. You got an elite quarterback that everybody thought just because he wasn't mobile, he couldn't do shit. Because in this league, you need a mobile quarterback to win. He killed that whole notion. He killed it. You got a great running back. You got Clark. This guy Clark is one of the best receivers I've seen since Riddick was winning back-to-back MVPs 2017 and 18. I'll say that right now. I don't care what nobody say. The kid is running a 4.3 and he's 6'4". You can't guard him. You cannot guard. I don't care what corner we have in this league. You cannot guard him if you have a quarterback like Scott putting that shit on the money. It's impossible. Unless you have a safety over the top. It's impossible. And if you have a safety over the top, the RTC is going to go crazy. So then on top of that, you have a lineman that I think the guy's name is Mac. If he went to Nebraska,
Kenny Mack.
What the hell you think he's going to do the most linemen in this league? Come on now, dude. The guy is a D1, the former D1 prospect. And on top of that, you got the guy on the end rushing. I haven't seen a ferocious rusher like that probably since Variety's first year playing for BIC. But the Immortals
which one? My bad, not to cut you off. Which one? You talking about Oos?
AJ.
You talking about Oos?
AJ McQuaid.
AJ.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
The ferociousness of this man when he rushed, I haven't seen nobody like that. The Immortals had a guy named Tyler Affer, and I will single-handedly say he is the reason, and Gerald Bell, them two guys was a single reason we lost that game against the Immortals in 2019. They were unblockable. Jared Bell would do a swim move and be open every play when Tyler Alford would rush off the edge just like AJ and be unblockable. Because all three of us know in this league, linemen are just it's a dime a dozen. Linemen are a dime a dozen in this league, and I feel like that's also what New Jersey is lacking. We're lacking offensive linemen. We're lacking offensive linemen. And then for a lack of an offensive lineman, it's because most of the linemen are going to a team and willing to back up somebody else and not play. So that question is my thing is, do you really want to play or do you really just want to back somebody up and take the glory of your team winning? Because I know personally, Asbury Park, where most of the guys, all of us play in this north region, it's an hour drive, an hour and a half drive for most guys. And if guys coming from Baltimore, it's a 3-hour drive. So who the hell taking that drive to sit on the sideline? Not me. When this my only probably free day, you crazy as hell. Like I'm not doing that shit. And on some real shit, that's why I left BIC because like I said, bro, I never hated on nobody over there. So like the hate I'm getting is kind of weird. But it's just like just because I just don't want to be a backup, it's like, oh, you went against the grain. Dude, I don't want to fucking sit on the sideline. And me being who I am, I deserve not to sit on the sideline. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you have the competitive fire. That's just, and again, like you said, if you're going to be traveling, a good distance away, you want to at least be on the field. Just going somewhere to stand around, like you can buy a ticket and do that. I can watch the game from home on TV, type of stuff. I get that. I get that.
So getting back to the topic with the Insomniacs, I feel like on some real shit, the Insomniacs are here. I'm talking about the whole league. And since the night crawls are not the night crawls anymore, it's going to take Bagway to show up, for Riddick to show up, for a lineman from the PA, Big Dippy, all of them to show up to play against the Insomniacs, because I really feel like with it a long time. Sick with it can beat the U. Sick with it can fuck around and beat BIC. Because I just feel like
really,
bro, hear me out. I don't care who you are. If you're putting fucking 92 points up on the board, you can play with anybody. I don't come on now. Like, and I know
well, it's interesting to hear the take, because again, when we've talked with people on the West, we've talked with people on the East. We've had Big Rob and Derek Duncan talking it out about things that are going on. When you talk to Big Rob, it seems like, with the lineman play and he wants to see AJ go up against the lineman in the East and everything else like that, making his points.
I'm gonna tell you why. Rob feel like this, because for so long, Jersey has been known to being a grit, run the ball all game, majority of the game type division, and see who's more physical. So when we seeing you guys, all of this, I wouldn't say non-defense, because it's only been really games against the Insomniacs that they're really kicking everybody's ass. Besides if you're seeing the Hunters play and they're getting their ass kicked. But other than that, it's been some competitive games that I've seen. Dudes are tackling. I've seen dudes not shy away from contact. So the notion is everybody think you guys are shying away from contact. You don't want to run the ball. You don't want to line up with in a triple formation or wishbone. Shit, that's dead now. That shit is dead now. Look at the NFL now. Do you see more running or passing? Like I told you earlier before the show started, I've been watching 2003. That era was a heavy running era. We're not running the ball no more. Just look, and people say that the game was rigged or not. Look what happened in the Baltimore Chiefs game. They ran the ball 6 times because they were probably scared. They said we have to pass the ball to keep it with Patrick Mahomes. It's just a passing league now. That's just what it is now. So I really feel like most of the guys in your division, yes, you guys can play over here. It's not that they were saying, the lower tier teams will get blown up by anybody. Dude, no, because when the Force came over here and played the Snow Tribe, it was a good game, and you feel me, like the Force ended up winning. So, and even though the Force played the BIC, but that was our best team. you know? Like, that wasn't the Insomniacs. That wasn't the best Vegas had to offer. Now we see what Vegas has to offer. So now we, as a division in New Jersey, has to step up, stop hating for one, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of hate going on, and we just gotta put our big boy pants on and play football now. That's it.
That's very interesting, especially coming from someone from the East. Because again, we hear both sides of the narrative all the time. You know, we hear the 3-on-1 kind of making the defense of the East. You know, saying that, you know, like you said, not a whole lot of defense is being played in Vegas. Whether that's, you know, necessarily true or not,
For
it's
example,
kind
Jay,
of
not to cut you off again, but just if you really look at the games, right? You have in the East, who do you have scoring all the points on the East? You have BIC, you have probably the Watchmen. You probably had the U when Huff was there, but last year they wasn't putting up a lot of points, and that's all you have. I played for the Renegades last year, and even though I got hurt, we wasn't scoring no points. Snow Tribe wasn't scoring no points. The Animals were scoring points, but they had Huff. And who else did we have? The Buzz went 0-7. So it's not like come on now, and compared to you guys over there. Insomniacs can't even finish a damn game without Mercy ruling somebody. Sickwood is scoring 92. Your teams are scoring points. It's not no 12-13 game. It's not no 2018 game how we have over here. We have to adjust to the times. If Jersey wants to get back on track, we have to adjust to the times. And I'm saying this for myself as well. All of that heavy grit running, that shit gotta go. Points need to be scored. And if our defense is so good, then on this division, it's up to the offense to start scoring more points and let our so-called best defense handle the job then. That's it.
that's a lot to take, because now I'm thinking about it, going like, is it a little bit more even than people are kind of willing to give it credit for?
Mm-hmm. It is. But see, here's the thing. It's like you have something for so long, you don't want to let it go. That's what's secretly going on over here. Because just like how Rob said last year, he said with the team BIC had, there's no way you should lose to anybody. And he said, and I quote, you can go look at the receipts. He said if they lost, he was going to fry their ass up. And that's something he has not done, because he just feel like the Watchmen was the better team, because they went to the Watchmen wasn't the better team. I'm sorry. The roster that BIC had, they should have never lost a game this year. And I said this when I was playing for them a couple years ago. This is the best talented BIC roster we've ever had. And then someone said that disrespectful to my old team that won a championship. I said, no, it's not. This is the most talented roster we've ever had. I'm talking top to bottom, because on some real shit, back in the day, BIC was all offense. We was known for having a bend but don't break defense, but we never had no defensive players on the defensive line. We had Ron Clark back in the day, who was a great safety, and he had knocked your head off back then, put fear in your heart. We really didn't we would get scored on, so we had to score. That was always the thing playing back in the day for BIC. But now, since we had a great defensive lineman like Variety and linebackers and corners who can cover the back end, we had guys from Pennsylvania playing with us who won MVPs. So it's you have multiple MVPs playing on one team. There's no way, and I even said this for ourselves, because they're trying to put like what they call it, like a asterisk or whatever on the championship. But they were saying, oh, you had PA guys playing for BIC when y'all won the championship, so that's really a PA chip. And these certain guys that throw the little shade and whatnot. But I mean, that's what's going to happen if you have guys from out of state playing for your division. They're going to want credit for that championship, and that's why I think before Vegas even started playing. I'm not trying to. I would never try to toot my own horn because, like I already told you guys, I listen. I'm about to be in year 9, 10. I already played. I had my shine, did everything. I'm good. I just want to play now. But when we played back then, it was so many teams and so many guys that can do a lot of things that made the league overall great. That made the division great and expanded everybody. That's what I feel like our division needs to get back to be great again. Because that's going to attract more talent, more attention. Hey, I can go over here and be the guy over here instead of backing up this guy. You know, and that's going to shake things up. Like it's just going to attract more, and that's what we're missing. We're missing the competition that we used to have because everybody just. But I'm calling this era now because I played in an early era. We're in like the Kevin Durant era still. We're really in the Kevin Durant era still, where guys would rather go to a team where you know you can win, yeah, but you ain't gotta do nothing no more. You ain't gotta sweat no more. But then, so why you complaining you're not getting the ball then? It's a lot going on in this division. Like I said, like the 3-on-1 don't like to talk about, but I just feel like just because they're not really in the thick of things as a player, they really don't know. But that's what a lot is going on in the Northeast right now. Definitely.
And you talk about the history, of how everything has kind of gotten to this point.
Mm-hmm.
The road is obviously a long one. I keep going back to when I talk to Corey and Rob and anybody else who's been here since the Town Beef days and everything else like that. The vision of the A7FL as it is today, like nobody had that in their thoughts at that
Oh yeah,
time.
I definitely didn't. Because we had a lot of shit going on back in the day, man. We had a lot of knuckleheads, a lot of fights, a lot of losing fields, and I'm just being honest with you. Like I was at the point now, I said, y'all the reason why we're never gonna have nothing. We're never gonna have nothing. Like y'all just don't get it. It was man. Listen, I can go on for days, boss. And I'm one of them guys. I've always played before they ended. Listen, speaking of fall brawl, I'm one of them guys. I've played every fall brawl ever since I've been playing spring. There's a lot of guys that play spring. They don't play fall brawl. Their name is too big. I played every fall brawl before they ended our last fall brawl in 2019. I'm not too big headed. I'm one of the guys too. Like I'm going to go out for a drink with you. I'm going to call you. We're going to play the game. I'm doing that with everybody on the team. So I don't understand why they ended our fall brawl over here because that was our thing too. But I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like you guys are doing fall brawl justice. So hopefully in the near future we can have a fall brawl over here because, like Derek Duncan said on the podcast as well, fall brawl was my first year with BIC before I played the spring with them. So that's how I got comfortable to know what I can do. So it's like if you just throwing in a guy in the spring. And you think he's just gonna it doesn't work like that. It don't. The fall brawl was definitely the preseason to get guys ready. And as the fall brawl for Jersey was declining for some reason, the Baltimore's fall brawl was crazy. We had guys like K-Wack going down there taking a 2.5-hour drive to go play fall brawl because that's when the Gators was on their run from like 2018 to 19. On like a 20-something game winning streak. And they was counting fall brawl, but still, after they won their chip in 2018, they kept racking that shit up until the Immortals beat them in a controversial game in PA that for some reason whenever guys play game in PA, the film just disappears. It always just disappears. So, kudos
the film is gone.
Kudos to PA for getting their championship, but there's always been some fishy shit out there, believe that.
Like, all right, well, where's the tape? Take it out back.
We got our own little players vault on the A7 page, and you can see some of the film, but all the film isn't there for some strange reason. All the film is just never there. So that's what we got to do with that. But just so and so, boss. I just want to bring some balance back to the league. how it was when I first started playing, because I feel like it was more fun. You would just it was just I can't explain the vibe, and that's why I feel kind of bad for the new guys that's playing now. Because when I was playing Boss, we had an all-star game. Remind you, after my rookie year, I tore my rotator cuff. I played in the all-star game my rookie year before the U blew out the Chiefs in the championship game, and I was ecstatic to play. You feel me? Like I'm a rookie. I'm playing all these guys that's been playing for years, and we don't have that anymore. We used to have PA versus New Jersey. Like, we used to give out the awards at the end of the year. So I don't understand where all of this went, like where all the fun went. And a lot of guys say this. I don't know if I'm breaking the fourth wall or not. I'm sorry if I am, but a lot of guys say this. Ever since the money started coming in, the fun started getting sucked out. I don't know if guys started getting too serious. But I feel like the love of the game kind of just disappeared, because before it was called A7, it was called town beef. And town beef was the definition of your town versus my town. Prime example, I live in New Jersey. I'm from Newark, though. Newark usually has Savage. Patterson had the U. We had Union City had the Chiefs. Like it was different towns in Jersey that knew what a rivalry was. But now we don't have that anymore. You got guys that been playing against each other for over 10 years and said some crazy ass hateful shit to each other. But I see y'all playing on the same team now. I would fucking never. Like, I never. Like, just me personally, since I've been playing in the league, the U has been the epitome of this league. But that's like my main rival. I would never play for the U. I just know on some real shit, even though we have respect for each other, a lot of guys over there don't like me. Why would I play for them? Why would I go over there and probably potentially back up somebody just because I know they're a great team and I could probably have some more protection? I can probably throw the mims. I can probably hand the ball off to these great running backs. But come on now, dude. Like, no. I would rather beat them. Beating them feels better. And that's what I feel like a lot of the young guys don't understand anymore. They never had that feeling of, we're a little older, you know, so they don't have that dying breed. They don't have that last. These Gen Zs are something else, man. You know, I can't relate. I can't.
Well, I mean, when I look at the Vegas division, I kind of like. I think that way of the balance.
Mm-hmm.
If I get most of them on the Insomniacs stuff are friends. They want to play together. They've been playing together forever, flag and everything else like that. So that's I get that. I understand that. But I feel like if the talent pool was a little bit more balanced,
Mm-hmm.
take some of those players who, if they would have stayed on their respective teams, like if Trey Robinson, instead of going to the Insomniacs, would have stayed on the Pit Bosses.
Mm-hmm.
Pit Bosses wouldn't have been,
They wouldn't
as bad as they were.
Exactly.
They lost, their three best players essentially to the Insomniacs. So like if they would have stayed, it would have been a little bit more, competitive, so to say.
And that's my only thing, Jay. That's my last thing. I'm sorry to cut you off again, but that's my only thing, Jay. On some real shit. This is the last thing I'm gonna get to. Me personally, Jay, like I told you, I wasn't no D1 prospect. I wasn't that guy at high school. I just like playing football. I like playing Madden. I like watching Sports Center. I like watching First Things First. I like just watching sports. It just so happens I'm just okay at football. So at the same time, like if you're so-called that guy, why the fuck are you playing behind somebody? Why? We are fucking men at the end of the day, bro. Where the fuck is your balls? Where the fuck is your ego at the end of the day to say, if I'm the guy, I'm going to go to this fucking team and make them somebody and I'm that guy. Like, I don't understand where the notion of that went anymore, is because it used to be to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Now it's, you can't beat him, join him. So I don't know. Maybe listen. But listen. Nowadays, it's a business, because you not only see our league do it, you see professional leagues do it. So I mean, maybe it's a business thing, but it just That's what I feel like what makes Damian Lillard great. Even though he did just go to the Bucks, like he stuck that shit out and tried. I ain't nothing against KD. Everybody know KD great, but KD, you don't go to the fucking team that beat you. That's what you don't do. You go anywhere else with the team that beat you. Come on now, bro. And that's what this league is doing now. You're going to the team that beat you. Like so.
A couple things. I completely agree with you with KD, but to be devil's advocate, that was a perfect fit for him.
It damn sure was, though. It was. And that's why at the end of the day, you can't get mad at somebody doing what's best for them. That's why I never take things personal. I never take it personal. Do what's best for you at the end of the day.
And I completely feel you about the All-Star thing. Just to give like an unrelated story, but related story.
Mm-hmm.
Like so I talked about this briefly with you, Josh, about I mean, outside of me knowing Coach Derek because of we played together, but the season we played together, we both made All-Stars. So
Nice.
it was an All-Star with our league, and then we had a league versus league All-Star game. So the league versus league All-Star game, like we both made obviously our All-Star game, but we also both made the league versus league All-Star game, right? Because in Northern California, it used to be two major leagues, and then they merged into one. But then they made another league in the Central Valley area, like Fresno-ish, all the way down the Bakersfield area. So to go back to the actual story, so at the league versus league All-Star game, me and Coach Derek were in the game, and this is where my ATH prowess showed in. I convinced the coach to let me get in at quarterback.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, coach, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because at this time, I probably gained weight to, for the season and shit. So I already got my like extra 15 pounds, 20 pounds. So I'm at 280 at this time. I'm at 280. So I'm like, all right, cool.
6'10", 280 playing quarterback.
For real. And we ran triple option. First play, triple option. Fucking crazy. Fucking goddamn. Both of the running backs were my former teammates, but the other running back ended up playing against our rivals because at the time I was on the Hurricanes and he was on the Seminoles. So it was like we really like encompassed that rivalry from where my home state is. You know what I'm saying? So I played into it for sure because every time we played them, I had fucking amazing games, bro. Like shit was crazy.
Yo,
it just makes it fun.
I would love for you to sing some film or something, country. I gotta see something, my brother. I got
you. I can sing you the two.
He's got one that our teammates and stuff like that still talk about right now about last year him
the play
basically dumping the quarterback on his head.
Yeah, so I was at so last season on my team that I currently play on, the River City Tigers out of West Sacramento. Shout out everybody. Shout out Coach Derek, Manny, Jose Buffy, you know what I'm saying, Coach Buffy, and SJ. I haven't met bro yet, but shout out to him too. So yeah, I was playing because we needed O-lineman. I played D-line, but we needed O-lineman. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll play it.
Unselfish. I love it.
Right. So I played it. I played the season, played all the way through. We got to our first playoff game. We played against the East Bay Road. And honestly, we was beating their ass, but we lost people to injury. Like people got hurt, like getting cramps and all kind of shit like that. It wasn't nothing crazy because they played the next game, but minor shit because you playing the game that long. So I get in, I get a double team, and I whoop the double team, get in, and I basically sacked I arm tackled the quarterback, like whipped him around, and fucking I dumped him on his head, honestly, because I was really kind of showing. I was showing everybody like I was really pissed that I had to play O-line the whole fucking season, to be honest with you, and I was kind of showing it a little bit right there.
He was letting out his anger.
But it was like I wasn't like expressing that. I wasn't. I kept it in. I was like, fuck it, I'm playing. We beating. I'm not finna just lose because I'm mad. So I'm doing my job. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So handling my business, but I had to show these motherfuckers like I really play D-line. Like, don't get it twisted.
I ain't gonna lie, boss. I'm gonna be real with you. I ended up playing DN for BIC, a couple years ago, and all I was doing was just speed rushing and containing because for some strange reason, nobody in his league knows how to contain a quarterback. They always just fall for the pump fake, let the guy roll around them. Like I'm like, dude, common sense. Don't fall for the pump fake and contain. What the hell is man? Listen, it's
I think always works for some reason.
you know what it is on some real shit. I feel like it's a lot of guys in our league that love football, but they don't know what the hell is going on out here. They don't know what a reach block is. They don't know what a hot. You tell a guy to do a hot route, and that obviously means finding a zone to get open. They don't know what the hell that means. Like it's they don't. They, you tell you prime example on a goal line pass formation. You'll tell guys that a show man and really play zone like a cover two that don't give up the flat. They'll fuck around and follow the guy who's crossing. It's a lot of shit that I noticed guys don't know that I have to sit here. And I don't have remind you we're in the middle of a game. I can't break this shit down to the middle of a game. Now I'm really gonna get fucked over because you don't know what's going on. And now I'm running for my life. So it's a lot of guys just need to really
Needing to know the basics.
yeah, like get back to the basics. Like seriously, that shit needs to happen.
I mean,
And
kind of said it earlier though. It's a lot of ego, but because that translates to semi-pro padded football. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in everywhere, bro. What's up, Mizzle? How you doing, brother?
Morning, boss.
Or Dub. I don't know which one's controlling the sticks today, but
probably Mizzle on that one.
All right, for sure. So fucking yeah, I mean that shit translate, bro. It's a lot of ego. A lot of shit you were saying. That's why I put this background up. Because I feel your pain 1000%. Like I've sat here and watched all of this shit, bro. Like right now, I feel like the best thing that kind of happened to semi-pro that's going on in Northern California that everybody's talking about, but it's kind of like also happening again in a sense, is the departure of the South Beach Outlaws. Like they broke up. You know what I mean? It's out here in the California thing, but it's it was a team, a powerhouse team. They won 5 championships in like 7-8 years.
Sheesh.
They was whooping ass, bro. I promise you. I'm gonna be honest with you. My first year playing semi-pro, they were not good. I remember playing my last game of the season against them, and they weren't making the playoffs. So I'm like, all right, this is my first year. I just learned the whole landscape of semi-pro kind of because I'm doing the athlete thing. And hey, chill out. Hey,
morning, Dub. Morning. How you doing, sir?
Okay, what's up, Dub? Hey, so, but yeah, fucking, they weren't good. Then after that, the next season, bro, they were just whooping ass, bro. They were just whooping everybody ass and shit.
They must have put in that work in the off season.
They did. They acquired a lot of different players. They got a lot of different talent, and they just built. But then they end up becoming that team where everybody went to if they wanted a ring. They have a bunch of people sitting behind people. That's what I mean.
A lot of teams need to learn how to just start the foundation, and people will follow.
Right.
People want to play with winners. Trust me. So if you just start that foundation, dudes will follow, bro. That's the whole part of recruiting. And that's what I'm saying to a lot of dudes in this league. There's no reason to go to a team who's already established. Go to an upcoming team and make your name. That's going to give you more publicity. I was the reason this up and coming team got to where they are. They needed me, you know? Prime example, and I'm not trying to say, because Kenny was right, I needed BIC and they needed me as well. But BIC was clearly, they wasn't the best team in the league when I played with them. You had the U, who was the clear back-to-back champions. You had Savage at the time, who was BIC's rival. You didn't know who was winning between them. Remind you, I just told you the Bombers and the Chiefs formed. They end up beating Patterson that year, who was the champions. So they was actually the number 1 team. So in reality, then you had the Immortals, who was a great team that lost to the U when Moan had that crazy ass return. That's probably the best return of all time. You had the A team. Dude, you had so many teams back then. You didn't know who the fuck was going to win. It wasn't how it is now. So in reality, when we won the championship back in 2016, we had probably the 5th or 6th best team. Like in reality, come on now, dude. Like you had a second-year player, a 23-year-old
who is just learning how to play quarterback. And I'm gonna be real with you. Smoke, who plays for the U right now, he'd be so frustrated because I would never throw the ball because I wouldn't throw the shit unless you were wide open. I said I didn't know nothing about a timing route. You had to throw it before the route is completed. And he used to tell me all the time, CP, if we even, I'm leaving. Throw the shit. Just throw the shit anyway. And that's to be like, dude, like I'm gonna throw an interception, and I will never forget. I threw it in the Final Four game that we beat the U. I threw an interception on the first play of the game because he was in my ear all week. Just CP, just throw the shit. Play action courage. Smoke up top. I threw the shit. What happened? Interception. Bow. Came back to the side. I said, dude, like, but later on in the game, what happened? After I got hit by JJ, I told you I woke back up. Dude, I had two receivers to the left, Smoke on the right. And it's crazy because Huff was a great corner. He was pressing Smoke the whole game. JJ's over the top. And that's the year JJ won Defensive Player of the Year. He had like 9-10 picks. This is prime JJ I'm talking about. He would hit and pick everything. I had a post and a deep route on the left, Smoke deep on the right. I pump fake just to freeze JJ enough, and I immediately threw that shit to the right, and Smoke caught that shit just in time for a touchdown, right over Huff, and he caught the shit, and JJ still hit him. That's when I said, "Oh, you're talking about that? That's what I gotta do." Okay.
Like, that makes a little bit more sense now.
So when I'm telling guys, like when I said on the podcast a couple years ago, me getting hurt and Sterry playing was the best thing that happened to him, because as I'm trying to build a relationship with Sterry, I'm trying to understand and what he sees, because this guy actually played quarterback in high school. He won a state championship in high school. He played overseas from what what they told me. So this guy has more knowledge of the game than me because he's done the shit. Experience is the best teacher. I didn't do all of that shit this man did. So for me taking the backseat and trying to learn, they took that as, you're hating for some reason. Like, huh? Like, I never said nothing bad about the man. I never, like, bro, I done played Madden with the guy, like off the field, everything. So it's just a weird notion, bro, that I'm a selfish player and all this other crazy shit, when in reality, dude, I feel like I'm one of the most unselfish players to go from playing quarterback to playing defensive end. Come on now, dude. Whatever is best for the team is what's best for the team.
And that brings me now to a point that the first time we talked to Big Rob, I remember it specifically happening and asking, with the growth of the league in different areas of the country where football is very prominent, that's why I would love for the A7FL to be here in Northern California, because I know there's a lot of talent out
it's
here.
A football state.
It's
a football state.
Yeah.
I live in New Jersey, dude. And my brother has told me this countless of times. My brother has been in the Navy over 20 years. He told me straight up, New Jersey is a basketball state. It's a basketball state. You might have a lot of great football players coming out of it, but people care about basketball than the football over here. Like, it's called the Garden State. Isn't the Garden not known for being a Knicks stadium? Like, what more evidence do you need? You feel me? Like, it's just the reality what it is. But it's like, and it's cold over here right now. It's not cold in like, it's just more states where it's just common sense. Down south, Florida, Alabama, Texas, California, Vegas, it's always warm. It's always hot. You're going to breed football players over there. It's just a better environment. It just is what it is. Now, getting back to what I said about our division, it might be more gritty because we got to play in the fucking cold. We got to play in the element. We have no fucking choice. That's why we're going to run the fucking ball more. We can't fucking pass the ball in the rain. We can't pass the ball when it's fucking cold. We can't pass the ball when it's windy. The first game I played against Huff, the second game of the season, dude, it was 10 in the morning and the wind was blowing 20 miles per hour. I threw a fucking deep pass. The ball went this way and flew backwards. I never seen that shit in my life. Remind you, Asbury Park is played by the water. the wind was blowing crazy. Like it's just the reality of what it is. Come on now, like you got to be real.
So then, what does the Northeast need to do now in order to kind of reclaim the throne?
I think, and this might it might seem like a rebuilding process, but I feel like the core of the Northeast needs to be rebuilt to the point that I was saying how we had at least how Vegas has at least 3 or 4 teams, how we had the U, Chiefs, Savage, BIC. You didn't know which one of them teams were going to win. Now we only have 2. And that's like you said, it's kind of is destroying the league because you're giving guys no option. Guys want to win. Guys just want it's the reality of what it is. Guys want to win, but at what expense? You're going to win at the expense of you think you're a great player, you know you can do great things, but you're willing to sit behind somebody else just because you want to win. And now you're diminishing, you're tarnishing another team who can potentially beat these top 2 teams and make the league greater, but you'd rather take a back seat because you want to win. So it's I feel like now it's up to I'm not blaming the players because like Kenny said too, a lot of management in the Northeast is not good at all. I'm just being honest with you. Like we need oh trust me, bro. Haters gonna hate players like me, bro. I've been getting hated on for a while, so this shit don't faze me anymore. I'm the guy. I'm the guy like CM Punk. I drop the pipe bomb every time. That's me. That's me every time. So I'll you know I'm in my villain era anyway, so I'll take that. But a long story short, it's going to take guys in the Northeast to be a man and to realize I'm not going to play over here that much, but let me play over here and make this team great to shake up the league and get the prestige I want, get the fame I want, get the publicity I want, and let people know that I'm that guy instead of sitting on the sideline all year. That's what it's going to take for the Northeast to get back to what we need to be, and we need to be. Listen, we started this shit, and now our shit is being taken over. And if guys don't start to feel like that, and if y'all win, I'm being real with you. If y'all win this year, I don't want to hear shit. There's y'all shit now. I don't want to hear about we was fighting each other like that. They used that excuse last year. Oh, Jersey was beating up each other all year. That's why by the time we got to y'all, we was no. Y'all had guys on the sideline that was sitting there all year, and then when y'all tried to put them in the game, they was fucking cold and rusty. You can't put no cold basketball player in a game and expect him to score 30 when he's sitting on the sideline all year. It just don't work like that. That's just what it is.
I hear it differently. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen. It's conflicting with me right now.
You're gonna get the real from me because I don't have a show that I'm trying to sell. You're gonna get the rawness and realness from me that guys can't tell you because they're trying to protect the brand. And I'm not trying to tarnish my own brand because these guys help me a lot. But at the same time, I'm all about being real. You got to be real with yourself. And I just feel like that's what a lot of guys not doing. And I got a lot of love for Corey too. Because I've known Corey before I even played in this league. You feel me? But at the same time, Corey, you've been playing for like 20 years. You got no playoff wins. For you to keep sitting there acting like you're this top tier quarterback, if I go to here, they'll be great. Dude, when I asked you to come play for my team on the BIC on 2017 because Smoke was crying and Troy was crying it wasn't getting the ball enough. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me go grab a real quarterback for you guys so he can throw you the ball. And what happened? We got fucking smoked in the playoffs. And guys turned around and said, CP, you ready to play? Nope. I'm going to sit right here because this is what you guys wanted. So for him to say, I never had a good team, bro, you played for BIC 2017 and 18. That is a powerhouse. And then the next year, you lost 40-0 at fucking halftime and you got blown out. When you had courage, you had Troy, you had Smoke, you had offensive line. So stop making an excuse like you wasn't the problem. You was the problem. Every team you played for, you didn't shit. That's just the reality of what it is. That's what it really is. Okay. So I heard the little shots she was taking. Oh, CP trajectory should have been up here, and that's why. No. And the reality was, bro, I'm doing my own thing right now. I'm not worrying about football, but when I am, you know what I can do. Because I came in this league when you've been playing and I won before you. There's a lot of guys that play in this league. You went to this college, you went to that college, but you didn't win a championship in this league. I did. So you can't say shit to me. That's the reality, what it is. Losers cannot write history. You don't win shit. You can't win shit. So until you win, shut the fuck up. Respectfully.
There's really not like a whole lot.
And that's just what it is. That's just like Lamar. Lamar, until you beat Mahomes, shut the fuck up. We don't give a fuck about what you're doing in the regular season. We don't care no more. And that's coming from a Colts fan who's seen Peyton couldn't do it for years. Until you beat Brady, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about what you do in the regular season. That's just the reality, what it is.
And I mean, so you think, and this was one thing that I had been thinking about. You guys had said that you have had the fall brawl before, and it ended in 2019. Where Vegas right now, I have said even though the Northeast chance fall brawl doesn't count, it does it may not in the sense of actual championship.
Can I please one last time? And that's the thing I hate, dude. Like there's always been.
I think it builds
fall brawl.
It's necessary.
Every fall brawl I've played in since I've started playing, I swear to God, you have guys going out there playing like it's a fucking spring game. So the notion that fall brawl don't count, if it don't count, why the fuck you out here playing then? Stay your ass home if it don't count. Because I done seen some great games, crazy game, amazing. I done won championships in fall brawl and lost. And so it's like, dudes play the same way how they play in spring, how they played in the fall brawl championship. So that notion that don't count, I understand it might not count as an A7 championship, but the effort that dudes give is the same effort they give in spring, dude. So like a lot of dudes.
Well, I had thought for at least for the West, it was necessary in the development.
Thank you.
Of that division to get to be able to keep up with the Northeast, with Florida, with everything else. I mean, I can't say Ohio. I just can't.
Yeah, you had to do them dirty.
Man, K has been very much anti-Ohio.
Yo, it's like right now, what's going on right now, and I'm a big wrestling fan, bro. It's like Vegas is Raw, the Northeast is SmackDown, and Ohio is ECW.
Ohio.
I feel like you gave them entirely too much credit.
What you want to call it? Want to call them TNA?
No, we calling them a local division that has.
Oh damn!
35 fans and a nice flyer. I just want to get you to understand. So this whole thing that we're talking about, I mean, I don't want to attribute that to Kevin Durant at all, because it's just, I don't feel like that's fair. I feel like we should just give this to Ohio, the state of Ohio, because they created participation trophies, and I would never let them.
Yeah, that was crazy. Bro, that's going around with our society nowadays. Like everything is a participation trophy. And I just told my girl this. Back in the day, if you lost, you fucking lost. There is no fucking second place trophy. That's given the complacency and the psychology of somebody's mind that, I was good enough. No, the fuck you wasn't. If I'm not first, I'm last.
Only time
He blames the state of Ohio for the downfall. It's society and the participation trophy.
I can't do it.
The only time I can accept second and third is the Olympics. That's it. The Olympics. I can deal with it.
And that's only because everybody around the world doing it. That's the only reason why I accept it.
Right.
That's the only way.
It's too fucking vast to just be like one. You know what I mean? I'll give you three. I give you the top three. But
top three in the world is pretty fucking impressive.
Exactly. I'll take that shit. All right, well, listen, I just gotta try a little harder. Fuck it. At least I'm up there.
I'm good with that.
I'll take podium.
as far as everything else, yeah, Ohio, they got all of this shit. Because like I say always, Bone Thugs and Harmony are legends in the music game.
Mm-hmm.
Only
the real know, country. Only the real know about them.
All of their music was about pain and going through fucking situations and talking about Cleveland, Ohio. And I just need people to understand, like, we got a lot of fucking goddamn pain in our music in Florida and shit, and they try to fucking attribute. Look at Florida, they got all this crazy shit because we got beaches and paradise down there.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tell me outside of Cleveland, you got a few cities, maybe Columbus, I guess. I don't know.
Only football player I know that was nice coming out of Ohio was Ted Ginn Jr. Other than that, I don't.
You got the Kelsey boys. You got the Kelsey boys, both of them from Ohio.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they from like I don't forget what they said. They from some situation over there. And you got LeBron.
Oh, Curry too.
Curry was born there, yeah. But I feel like, you know, his upbringing was in the South.
Yeah, that's true.
North Carolina.
So, oh yeah, you know some shit, country. Oh man, I gotta pick your brain a little bit. That's what's up.
I mean, I know a little bit, but shout out to Dub from the Miz on Dub show and from the other side of the ball. And from goddamn Dub and Chris. Goddamn Dub, you got too many slashes. Look, I'm not doing all that.
Got a lot. He's on the Ring Psychology podcast too.
To the other side of the ball, dude. I'm like, I started from episode 1. I'm already on 12, bro. I just been like, I watched that shit going to sleep. That shit is good. That shit is good for real, dude. Like, y'all doing y'all thing.
But yeah, Dub, he's the almanac for sure, the sports almanac for sure.
That's fire. That's fire.
I don't know how he does it either, where he finds the time to be able to pay attention to all of the shit that goes on by detail.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're here talking about the NFC AFC championship game. The entire time he was out calling the A7FL games. He wasn't really watching what was going. Yet when we talked to him, detail by detail of what went down, certain plays, you know, the stats, it's all here. It's already
crazy. That's crazy.
It is wild listening to him. You know, seriously, shout out to Dub. It is wild listening to him have pop up with certain information. It's crazy what he talks about. But for like, I want to keep this last thing with the A7FL.
Mm-hmm.
What you've given and what you told, again, it seems almost a direct, and this is somebody coming from the East giving almost a complete opposite yin yang 180 of what, when we talk to people from the East, what they bring and what they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, we talked to Big Rob about this, and I told him as things, go, and if the Northeast isn't careful, they can fall by the wayside, and the thing that they created is now being glorified by somebody else.
Dude, I'm not even saying
how does that get avoided?
Go ahead. Listen. The only way it can be avoided if guys truly, because I said this about the quarterback for the Insomniacs, because I started following him on social media around like last year after you guys won the chip. And this guy is so focused. He's so football invested. The guy coaches football. I see him with his kids. And dude, me being like a single father of twins, 2 boys on top of that, I love what he does with his son. So I see his investment in this team, and I really feel like if we're not careful, this might be the first team to go back-to-back since the U went back-to-back in 2014-15. This might be the first time, just because the seriousness of this man and the focus that he's going to put into his team. We need something like that over here. I don't know if it's going to be Ryan Shamar with the U that's going to get them back hungry, how they used to be hungry when I first started playing, because it was more of an intimidation thing. It was also a talent thing, but it was more of an intimidation thing when I first started playing back in the day. When people played the U, you lost before the game even started. That's how that's how scared people was of the Patterson U. BIC was a team that, they're just going to fucking blow us the fuck out offensively. Maybe we can score some points, and then Savage was more of they're going to fuck us up defensively, but maybe we can do something with them offensively. So, and then the Chiefs was more of a middle pack. They had a good offense, wishbone, heavy run, sometimes play action, but they had Easy, who's probably one of the best receivers. The kid run like a 4.3. So, but they had a stout defense. So it was just always a mixture of a lot of teams that can beat you on any given day. I done seen all these teams lose to each other. So it's gonna come to the point that dudes are gonna have to really lock in, and it's gonna be an ego thing and a pride thing to say, listen, are we gonna let people come take our shit, or are we gonna show them this is our shit and we started this shit? Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be Ryan Shamar doing what he has to do for the U. I don't know if it's going to be Carl and Kenny hyping up BIC, getting all these free agents, making everything work. I don't know if it's going to be the Watchmen, redeeming themselves from last year and trying to make a deep playoff run. But, I heard they split up and some of the guys are going to the Buzz, so that might be interesting. Is Snow Tribe going to finally make the leap? It's a lot of questions, but it's a lot of unanswered answers in the Northeast, unfortunately.
And with all we see everybody trying to make, and we hear it here from the West. Everyone kind of, because of what the Insomniacs did. Now the Northeast is kind of scrambling to get things together. And when you see the movement that goes around, everyone has a certain plan that they're trying to do to be able to kind of get back to that top spot. But for you, we haven't really heard much of a plan for 2024. So now I'm trying to figure out what's the plans for CP3 going into the 10th season of the A7FL.
I was not expecting that question. Oh. Well, to be honest with you, like I said to you earlier, I definitely want to play, but at the same time, I want to play and I want to win. So my options are very limited, I feel like, because like I told you, BIC's loaded. They use a rival. I just heard Spanktown sign the young kid Kenneth. They still got Kels over there. I just feel like personally, the animals are not going to really be pretty much good. A lot of guys left there. And then you have, Baltimore. They only have the Watchmen and the Buzz. And, at the same time, who really want to drive 2.5 hours, just to play football? So, like I said, I feel like at this time right now, me not playing football for the last year or so, this is a time for me, since I'm a little free now, to be honest with you, to get my body in shape, get my mind ready, just in case I do need to come play or want to play, or a team might need me to make the right decision. Because like I said, not only do I want to play, I want to win. So I just feel like right now I'm just weighing out my options and seeing who's open, seeing who's available, just trying to see what the right fit is right now. I'm not trying to force anything like I did last year. And that's no shot at the Renegades, but that was just something I just wanted to prove that I can take a bottom team and just, bring them to the promised land, quote unquote, like I did the Hawks, when I played the U a few years ago. But this year I'm pretty much trying to be smart. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to have the right fit. I'm just trying to take my time, not rush like last year. So the season is starting in about a month or so. So I don't have a lot of time, but in the meantime, I feel like this is my time to really keen in and focus, work out, take care of my body, and then make a decision, the right decision, if I am going to play.
Well, CP, I really hope wherever it is that you do end up, I mean, hearing everything from you right now, again, you do not at all bring out selfish player at all. So
Appreciate it.
I have no doubt wherever you go, you're going to bring a good leadership and bring that sense of wanting to teach some of the younger guys and stuff like that coming
Mhm.
up. So, you know, will we be seeing maybe a coach CP3 in the A7FL at
Yeah,
one
that'll
point?
be nice. That'll be nice to give out some insight, hopefully. We'll
I
see.
mean, in other leagues, especially pro sports, it's becoming the head coaches or waves of these former players.
The Miko Ryans,
You
prime
know,
example.
so there's
Dan
I
Campbell.
am one of those I'm one of those prime, or I'm one of those people who believes that to be able to really teach the players coming up,
You have the experience.
hearing it and learning it from
Mm-hmm.
people who have done it,
Mm-hmm.
it's just going to build everything that goes on.
Personally, that's how my life worked. I'm not gonna listen to nobody who ain't do that shit before. Cause what the fuck do you know about it? Why would I listen to you? That's I'm sorry. That's just how I operate.
Yeah, well, I mean, most players operate that way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain respect to it. It
Exactly.
brings a certain viewpoint because, like you said, especially grown ass men, if you haven't done it before, like if all you've really done is analyze,
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't at some point in your life
Skip Bayless.
you put on pads, gone out and actually played this sport,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for people to really give you that respect. So when you have these players that come in and become these head coaches, oh man, they've won the locker room. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they've been there. They know how to lead a team. All of
That's
these
somebody
guys
I
were
run
former
through a wall
captains on their
for.
team.
I'll run through a
Exactly.
wall for him every time because you already did it. You know what it
So
takes.
now it's. I hope honestly, like I said, regardless of where you go to play, to keep that knowledge around to the A7, because we've said it plenty of times on this show. I know the other side of the ball says it on their show. 3-on-1, says it in their way and stuff on their show.
Mm-hmm.
This league is growing into something major.
Where it's at now is where we were talking about when I started playing. We used to be, dude, it was such a family orientated. Cause before we played in Asbury, we was at Roselle Park in New Jersey. Dude, when I tell you, it was so urban. You had guys, remind you, we had a game at 12, 2, 4, and 6. 4 games, all the guys in the stands, everybody, some guys drinking, smoking, eating, playing music. Like, dude, like it was everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted to get back to that, the more of the brotherhood, because I feel like lately it's been so much tension because of the cash prize and this and that. Like, people really started getting personal, and people really started losing their brotherhood of what built this league. So we need to do, I just feel like we need to just get back to that. And I feel like if we do get back to that, the league will expand more. Guys will start playing where they want to play rather than where they think they're forced to play. And I just feel like everything will start getting balanced out more. Like, but at the same time, like we said with KD, do what's best for you. I'm not hating. There's never going to be a hate in my bone. I'm still going to be the same CP. I'm still gonna. You call me. I'm still gonna be there for you. You call me. I'm still gonna listen to you. It is what it is, bro.
I mean, again, with that, we need more of that type of attitude to be able to grow the league. Yeah, and that's where I'm sure everyone wants to be. But in order to be able to kind of appreciate it, you need to know about it and learning the history. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why we love talking to, especially players like yourself who have been here for the long haul, for a long period of time, Town Beef days, early days and stuff, because
Yeah,
we want to know more
that's
about the
my
history.
only issue. That's my only issue I have with these main podcasts like the 3-on-1. Like, they'll say so much shit on there that's so wrong. They'll get the dates wrong. They'll get the year wrong. And I'm like, dude, like, you've been playing before me. How are you getting that wrong? Then you're giving me false information, and then people are running with the shit because you're the main platform when the shit is wrong. And then like dudes are getting mad at me. Why you know everything? Dude, like we're fucking in our early 30s. What the fuck is wrong with you that you can't remember shit? Like, come on now, dude. Like, I'm like, come on now. Like, we're not 50. We're not. It's not all timers. Like, we just played. Come on now. Like, get this shit right. That's all I'm saying. Get this shit right for the development of the league. That's it.
Knowing that, and it brings that appreciation because you see players in all these other professional leagues, they have that appreciation because of the history of the leagues, because of the players that came before them.
And I was just about to
So
say
to
that,
kind
like
of
the guys, like there's so many guys, like there's so many quarterbacks that don't get talked about. Like, and I would honestly say, talent wise, Huff is probably the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play. But there's guys like ST that I said to you earlier, who's won 3 or 4 championships with multiple teams. There's guys like Moose Spit that played for SWG that did the 3-peat that nobody talk about. Guys like Pure Skills, guys like RF1 that played for Savage, guys like Tebow. He was a real life Tebow. There's guys like Pure Skills. There's guys like even Alex Vargas. Even though I had a rivalry with him, he played for the Chiefs. There are so many guys that played in this league that don't get the recognition that they deserve. That I feel like that I've overly gotten that I probably don't even deserve because those guys are great, and I'm willing to give up my shit for them. But it's like there's a lot of guys that didn't get the respect and the appreciation that people just forgot about that they really deserve because they paved the way. If it wasn't for them, there would be no A7. That's all I'm saying.
and to have that appreciation and is to grow something beautifully. Corey, CP, again, man, I really appreciate the time, almost an hour and a half, and then some for the 15, 20 minutes before. Anytime want to hop on the show, talk, the door is always open, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Jaffo Army, please pay attention to them. CP, let them know where they can find you so they can keep in track
Oh, okay.
what you're going to do this season.
Perfect. Oh, well, my Facebook is my full name. It's Corey Lamar Price. But my Instagram is CP Third Eye. Kind of get into like the spiritual thing a lot. But that's where you can find me. I'm always open. You can DM me, number, whatever you need. I respond back to everybody. I'm not one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of these guys in this league, they get a little publicity now. They're too big headed. They're too high. Like they went 2003 Hollywood rock on us. You feel me, with the shades and everything. But I came in one of them guys. Like I said, I'll be the average Joe with everybody. The guy on the bench and the starting guy. Like so, we're all the same.
Yeah, no, absolutely, CP. Again, my friend. Come back whenever. Kay, anything to say real quick before we?
No, I just thank you for coming, bro.
No problem, boss. No problem. Yo, don't forget to send me that film too, country.
No, for sure, I got you.
All right, boss.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, CP3, 2-time champ and A7FL legend. Appreciate it, Corey. Have a good one, sir.
All right, boss. Have a good day.
And before we get on to the topic of the weekend with myself and Country Kids, quick message from my friends over at Raise Energy.
What's up, Jaffo Army? JP here of the All Pro Jaffos, bringing you a message from our proud partners over at Raise Energy. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring the consumer a powerful yet sustained energetic experience to help us put your workouts and focus in general to the very next level. Perfect for anyone at any time. Raise Energy has become the most popular, the best rated energy drink on the market to date, with a phenomenal flavor profile that puts most of the competitors just downright to shame. Powered by the enhanced Refresh technology, Raise Energy delivers with a performance-enhancing energy drink profile that aids in the most often overlooked categories, which include targeted focus, enhanced recovery time, as glycogen becomes depleted, improve clean energy levels, boost in stamina and in hydration. Most importantly, each can of Rays has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. You should not have to drink or settle for any other energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, opt for the smart choice with the #1 fan voted energy drink on the planet with Rays Energy Drink. Use the promo code ALPHARAYS at checkout to get 15% off of your order. Demand more. Join the Rays Rebellion. Let them know the JAFFOs sent
You can go to repsports.com and reppsports.com. Use the promo code ALPHARAYS for 15% off of your order. Okay. Um, did anything this past weekend um, impress you or kind of sway you in a different direction for some of our past discussions and arguments that we've had on the show? Or are we still at the same kind of spot?
Yeah, absolutely not. Firstly,
I just wanted to ask. I really did.
yeah, I don't know why would you think? Like Dub has been telling you the whole time. I'm stuck on my guns. Firstly. And secondly, I seen literally out of that whole game, one throw, the throw to use check, was probably
Where you escaped the sack and everything.
Yeah, that was a good throw. The throw to Ayuk was the safety's mistake in the back of the end zone. Because
that one was a defensive PI.
On the DB, I got that, but I'm saying
Right.
on the safety end, because it was a safety right there. When Ayuk caught the ball, it was a safety right there, and it looked like he threw it in a window. The safety jumped first to go, and then he like went back. You know what I mean? Like he hesitated in a sense, like, and it was very visible.
Wait, which play or which throw are we talking about? The one over the middle or the one in the
end zone? The one in the end zone when Ayuk caught it in the end zone, in the back of the end zone.
Oh, right. Okay, I remember that one. Not the one that bounced off the DB's face.
Your game.
No, I was thinking about it going like, is he talking about the one where it bounced off the safety's face, or is he talking? I was trying to figure out which one you were talking about.
That safety was
yes, I remember.
And I don't get what the hell his issue was. But yeah, no, that game didn't show me anything. To be honest with you, it pretty much showed me that I was right for half of that fucking game. And then your defense was like, all right, we're fucking good. Let's figure it the fuck out. And that's kind of what the fuck happened. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all defense turned on, and it gave y'all a lot of easy possessions. So I mean, like
I didn't understand some of the coaching decisions that were going on in the first half, because the first half I was not happy whatsoever. I couldn't understand why we were in base defense the majority of the first half, knowing that Jared Goff struggles under pressure. Why in the first half and that's exactly why Montgomery and Gibbs were just running at will. I was looking at that first half going, if this keeps up, they're about to break some sort of record in this NFC Championship game. The two of them might end up with 150 plus yards and a couple touchdowns each the way this is going, because the first 4 plays of the game, Lions are in the end zone. I mean, it was Jameson Williams on the end around, breaking a couple of really shitty tackling attempts by the DBs. him taking it to the house, and that one I was like, okay, that could have been a little bit of a fluke in the defense. But as it kept going, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? And like you said, second half came around, started blitzing more, playing a little bit more aggressive, against the run, held them to, under 40 yards the entire second half, and then got that turnover early in the third to kind of really switch that momentum up. And I really do, and I a part of me was wanting to antagonize the shit out of you a little bit, but then that wouldn't have gone a good route. What happened in the game, the only reason why I asked if you were swayed in any sort of way was because of certain plays and stuff. Like, I completely acknowledge what happened in the first half. The play that was going on in the first half, that it just, the defense was playing like shit. Brock wasn't playing well at all. The offense was not clicking, at any point. But then, like I said, the second half kind of came around. Things elevated. Brock made plays with his legs, got out of that sack, throw to use check, got those other, clutch first downs when he needed to with his legs.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to
You
you.
know,
When he ran that like 25-yard run, bro. I was in fucking tears over here. He looked it so crazy running to me, bro. Like, I don't know. Dog, that shit was so funny to me. I was like, why does Purdy look like, I understand he in a football game and he's supposed to be scared, but he looks like overtly scared, bro. Like the way he was running, like he was like running in trouble. It was almost like Ace Ventura.
I mean, maybe not too scared, diving forward and shit, taking some hits. He almost trucked Debo on one of them. He almost knocked
I'm not
Debo on his ass.
I'm not saying that he's scared, but I'm saying in a football game, you have to play with some kind of fear. You know what I mean?
Like head on a
So,
swivel type of, yeah.
right. So I understand that, but I mean, like at the exact same time, it was like that's the way his body looked when he was running. Like that's what made it funny to me. You know what I mean? It looked like his body looked scared when he was running, like Ace Ventura, like when he's running and shit. Like, yeah, no, that was funny. All I can say is he played within the system. Y'all figured that shit out. Y'all defense, like I'm telling you, if y'all defense didn't do nothing, he had to rely on Purdy. Y'all was finna get y'all ass whooped. He pretty much proved me right. That's all I thought. He proved me right because he ain't it, and that's fine. You ain't got to be it right now. You only been in the league 2 years. That's why I didn't understand why he was getting so upset. I'm like, buddy, only been in the league 2 years. Like he ain't it right now. Y'all relying on Debo and CMC. That's cool. Look how far y'all got. Fred Warner was out there fucking playing like a damn demon. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, I'm giving y'all credit when credit due, but it's the exact same names I've been saying the exact same time. So it's not like I'm not saying the same thing. It's just people want me to give credit because you want to say it's a whole team. No, the fuck it ain't.
Well,
It's these
and I
motherfuckers,
mean,
and they worrying about these motherfuckers, so the others is gonna fucking get possessions, and that's what it is.
so I'm here. Let me, and again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm usually wrong in my assumption on this, but just correct me if I'm wrong. It's not that you're necessary, because I'm not hearing you really overtly saying it. The plays that Brock made, were good ones. You acknowledge that throw to use check and everything else like that. But there's still holes
Yeah,
that
he not.
you're seeing. Like okay, you don't think he can be that guy consistently, even
It's
though.
gotta be to a point where it's like it's Purdy versus the system. You get what I'm
But
saying?
even
Like
all of his the players and stuff around him, his teammates and stuff, like they're all saying that though.
what they supposed to say.
Well, I mean, you don't have to like overtly
Yeah, you
go
do.
out of your way to defend, like, like Fred Warner did, going out like, oh yeah, game manager, huh? Oh, okay, okay, and going out saying like, without Brock Purdy, we're not here. We don't have a chance. Like his team legitimately feels that way
Yeah.
about him. So
What's the
that's why I'm kind like I don't think it's like a oh we're saying this just to be professional, type of thing. I don't think it's that. Okay, I think he actually has the respect
so let me ask you
of
this.
his teammates and has them believing that he is that guy.
So what is the only negative for your team? Like if when people talk about the 49ers, outside of me saying y'all head coach is a choke artist, what is the negatives they talk about for y'all team? Like what are the real negatives? They say Purdy is a game manager and what else?
The Are you talking about like what I'm saying or what everybody
No,
else
I'm
is saying?
saying what the masses are saying. So again, they're reacting to what Cam said, which went viral and a lot of people agreed with. So what I'm saying
Okay.
is, what is the negative that people say about the Niners, the masses, not you specifically? Obviously, we're on a smaller scale than what everybody's reacting to. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So what I'm saying is, what is the thing that you hear because you're a Niner fan? So what are the things that you hear about your team that's negatively like said about your team, like what people are responding to or saying about your team negatively, other than Brock Purdy's a game manager?
The secondary is not all they're cracked up to be.
Okay, so how many times you heard anybody defend y'all secondary?
Not once.
So that's pretty much aligning with your point you just tried to make right now. That's more of aligning with your point than the Brock thing. The reason why is because everybody on your team know your secondary suspect. So the thing is with Purdy, he's a second-year player that fucking got drafted that late. He's running the offense effectively. He's running it efficiently. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to boost him up and continue to fucking praise him and shit like that and defend him. You see what I'm saying? Because you need him. Because if you don't say nothing like the secondary, he gonna think, damn, well, they think I'm fucking, and then you're gonna lose the confidence in your quarterback. So in a sense, it's psychological versus motherfucking goddamn being political. You see what I'm saying? Like
So
they
you
trying to
think he's putting up? Are you thinking he's? I honestly am trying to figure this out so that I can understand this, so that I don't further ask you the same fucking question over and over again. I really want to know. Is it he's putting up these numbers, the efficiency numbers, the quarterback rating, the attempts per throw?
hey, he's
That's
running.
not because of that. That's not because of his ability. It's because of the system.
Hey, your coaches did a damn good job. So my thing is, you say Jimmy G sucked, right? Your coaches had a good fucking system to get that motherfucker to the Super Bowl. Your coaches had a good goddamn system to get to the NFC Championship the year after that. Your coaches
Yeah,
had a
but
good
Jimmy
goddamn
Jimmy
system to make
wasn't
a
Jimmy
division the year
wasn't putting
after
up
that.
those numbers though.
My point of saying is, it's the system. It's the system. Y'all had got more players in that situation. You get what I'm saying? You got more
But like,
players that gets more receiving yards. You add CMC to that mix. You add all these other guys that you say is good to the mix. Like all of that matters. Like all of that
but
matters.
I don't think that. Yes, it matters, but I don't think that diminishes how good he's played.
So my thing is, you give one person not enough weapons, and then you give another person a lot of weapons. And the understanding, because again, he don't have the bad habits and shit. He's a sponge. So yeah, he learned everything from Shanahan. He learned how to fucking do the shit. He learned what to do and what not to do. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was there. He sat there and saw the Jimmy experience for a little bit. He saw trade experience too. He learned from all that. And if you going from where you going, you got a big ass chip on your shoulder, so you trying to prove everybody wrong. So a lot of that was his motivation as well, learning the system and doing the right things. So that's why I keep saying he making the right plays because he understands the system. That's what it is. I'm not saying he's
But
a terrible quarterback because he's in the NFL, but I'm saying as far as NFL quarterback standards, he sucks to me.
how how are you efficient but suck at the same time? I don't.
Because if
That's
you
where
got a
I'm.
system, if you got a system to where your coaches just undeniably can fucking pick anything up and fucking figure out how to get some points on the board, then like shit. It's the same thing. It's the same argument what you were saying a couple years ago when you were saying, well, Elijah Mitchell got hurt. We still got Jeff Wilson. We still got this person. I mean, shit, our offensive line so good, we can have anybody back there. Same thing what you said about Jimmy. Well, those are your two fucking main components. Now you got one of the top running backs in the motherfucking backfield, and then you got a guy. So my thing is, everybody praising this guy because he's operating the system, just like you saying about what I want you. I mean, we say all the time. You've said it before, but like when the quarterback fucking wins the game, they get a lot of fucking credit. They also get a lot of fucking blame. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying in a lot of these situations. I'm like, y'all a top team, y'all some top dogs. Pretty much what I was saying was the Detroit Lions is a balanced team. They play fundamental football. They stopped playing fundamental football and they lost to y'all. They started gambling like a motherfucker. That's the reason why they lost. It had nothing to do about
Was that a surprise to you?
what kind of
Was that Dan Campbell's decision to go for it on fourth down? Was that a surprise to you?
kind of.
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't to me.
No, it was kind of a surprise in that situation. Just again, yes, I would gamble, but at the same time, in that situation, I thought he was just gonna kick that bitch because your defense has been playing well. You get what I'm saying? They just gave up fucking 20 some points real quick,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like, all right, cool. Like let's kick the ball and pump faith in our fucking defense. But y'all really just gave the fucking Niners a gang of momentum by doing that dumbass shit. You see what I'm saying? So if you kick that field goal, you reset the shit, then you get it back into it. You can bring them back. Then you start the gamble game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know if you know what I'm saying? Y'all was tied up 0-0. It would have been a different situation. But y'all kept rolling because they gave y'all momentum by that stop. Because that's what y'all defense fucking needed. Y'all defense needed another fucking stop to be like, all right, elimination. Like, we finna kill these motherfuckers now. That's kind of what it
It
came
was
down.
well, it was a momentum shifter type of play. It was one of those if the Lions
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be honest, this is why it wasn't necessarily a surprise to me. One, they've been going for it on fourth down like that all year.
true.
Their efficiency at it is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And at fourth and two, fourth and three, the way they had been bodying us in the first half, I'm going to be honest, when I thought he was going for it, I was like, okay, so this is going to be that play that it's either going to, basically shift the momentum back into the Lions' favor, or the Niners are going to make a stop and this is going to be a completely brand new game. It's going to come down to, the final few minutes of the fourth quarter. And they didn't get it. They gambled on it. But, people are going to give Dan Campbell shit, but it's not surprising because he's been doing that all year. He's been
I
gambling on shit like that all year long. Look what he did against the Cowboys.
I
He
agree.
went for it on fourth down 3 times in a row. He could have kicked the field goal and just tied it because the momentum had been taken away by the penalty. That's where I think and I think you can agree, momentum is a very huge thing in the sport. You got to know as a head coach where the momentum is at any given point during the game. And I think for Dan Campbell, that fourth down play, I think it ran into his head. We've been doing pretty good, especially on third down in the first half. They were really good on third down in the first half. On long yardage. Like third and long. Not like third and short. Third and long, they were effective. So why not think you would be effective on fourth and short? And so
Yeah,
taking that mindset and then knowing the momentum shift that goes into it is a gamble, yes. But you're either going to execute or not.
yeah, but I don't. To your first point, I don't think in that Cowboy game, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. that they gave up fucking 20 points before they have that gamble. You know what I mean? Because
No,
that's what happened in that
no.
situation. Like it was just a close game and then you gamble, which I don't mind, which it's a close game, but they had a fucking. I mean, I feel that I wouldn't adjust either, but I'm saying in that situation, I would just kick the goddamn field goal. You know what I'm saying?
Take the
Like I wouldn't
points.
adjust, I would gamble after I tied the game. Like, give me a chance to fucking still win this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I gamble and fail, I still got a chance to win. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I still have a fucking chance at that point. It's 27 off. If I gamble on 27 off, all right, the Niners got momentum, but shit, we gamble. We did what we normally do. So let's go stop these motherfuckers like we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the mindset I would have had at that point because I'm still in it. But if I'm down 3 points, now they get the ball, they score again. Now we down 2 possessions. Like, I don't know if you know what I'm saying? It's very hard to come back in this against this team in the full 8 minutes left in the full fucking quarter, talking about getting goddamn 2 possessions, especially how the Niners finna milk this motherfucking clock when they get the ball back. So I don't know if that's the smartest decision at that point. Like, yes, it's a gamble, but shit, I don't know if I would have did it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like everybody, again, I'm not an NFL coach, nor did I play in the NFL, so I'm just a fan. So what the fuck do I know? And on top of that, like you said, that's what the fuck they do.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. Again, the people giving Dan Campbell because again it's one of those plays, the old cliche, you complete it, you're a genius, you're a hero, and if you don't, you're an idiot, and that's exactly what that type of play was. Like now, conservatively, like you said, in that moment, take the points so you still have, because again, the momentum was building on the 49ers side at that point. If you take the points, that kind of chips away at the momentum a little bit. Not completely, but if they get that fourth down stop, that fucking overhauls their momentum. So instead of trying to take it away completely by completing this fourth down, chip away at it a little bit. And I mean, again, I get it. I'm on your side. I can't really say in that situation, if I was the head coach, would I have done the same thing? I don't know. Probably not. I haven't been in that situation. I haven't been in the NFL, so I can't really say, what I would have done. But from the outside looking in, and especially what they've done the entire year, it didn't surprise me that they went for it. And nor do I really fault them. Like that's the style of the Lions. That's how they play football. I like it was either gonna you live and die with what you live or die with what got you there. What got you there is either going to kill you in the final spot because it gets wiped out, or it's going to take you over the top. And in this situation, it was really a 50-50 chance that it was either going to live and die by the sword, or
Shit.
live by the sword and succeed, or you die by the sword and the.
Hey, in normal conditions, I would agree with you. I swear to you, I would agree with you. But they gave up fucking 20 points. That momentum already made that shit a 85-15, dude. I'm telling you. Like they gave up too many points to y'all. 24-7, bro. It was crazy at that point. Like, why would you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you give them that momentum like that and then you want to fucking add on to it? Like, you gave your last 15% up on that one play. You could have got it back to a 50-50 because then you would have had everybody in the stadium would have been like, shit, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody would have been, you would have did that same shit too because of the song, all this bullshit. I know in your heart, early in the first half, you was like, I knew it was the fucking song. Like, I could,
Oh,
I tell you.
bro! I was hearing the fat lady coming right around the corner. She was getting ready to sing opera, dead in my motherfucking face, bro. I
I
was
knew it.
no, I, bro. I was a whole different. I keep telling people, and I told Mizzle and Dub this and stuff too. When I was watching the game that first half, my wife, she was sitting, next to me. She was watching the game with me, but she had passed out. I didn't want to wake her up. I was just telling people I had never wanted to flip the coffee table in our living room so bad in my entire life watching that first half. How pissed off I was getting. But I couldn't do it because the wife was asleep and I didn't want to wake her up with a coffee
Yo,
flip.
yo, that's funny as fuck because as soon as I recognized y'all winning, I turned the fucking game off. When y'all got the ball back, I was like, man, fucking turn this shit off. I think it was like maybe like fucking 50 something seconds, 45 seconds. I was like, turn this shit off. I fucking instantly started making fucking mixed drinks. I pulled out the blender, dude. I'm like, what do I have to fucking get drunk right now? I'm like, I don't have enough stuff for margaritas. I don't have enough stuff for like anything else. All right, fuck, give me this Kahlua, this motherfucking Bailey's, milkshakes. I'm alcoholic milkshakes. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Alcoholic, bro. I got drunk. I was fucking pissed, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm telling you.
Hey, you know what? When I knew it happened, when Mad Sticks messaged the group chat. When he messaged the group chat at halftime, and then was like, "Oh, I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just going to keep quiet though."
Oh yeah, yeah. He
When he
knew.
said when he said about the, "Oh, I thought he was the MVP" type of shit.
Mm,
Yeah, too
yeah,
soon.
that was for sure. My boy Twan from fucking Fast and Furious.
Too soon, Junior.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, and being pessimistic about it is actually kind of a good road to take. Although again, I was because again, running through my head, you cry, I cry, we cry together.
Hey, I
We're
feel
all
that.
gonna
Hey,
be
look,
on the couch. That's all I heard in my head the whole first fucking half, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard that same shit. I was like, it's over with for my boy. Hey, I'm be honest with you. You know the day of reckoning is coming, right? Like whatever Pat middle name is, you finna get off in your ass. You know that, right? Like this shit not finna be pretty. Cause look, you think about it. My boy had to go through negative 27-degree weather. Then he went to fucking Buffalo. Hold on, scratch that. I gotta go back. Negative 20-degree weather, and he cracked his fucking helmet. Then he had to go to fucking Buffalo, beat them motherfuckers. Then he had to go to fucking Baltimore. They defense shut them motherfuckers down. They could not run. They couldn't do shit. And he went to work. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all DB suspect as a motherfucker. And he got them motherfuckers out there. Them number twos, he got them all looking like number ones. I tried to tell you. The only problem I fucking got on Lamar train too. I thought they was gonna fucking win, but I was so nervous last week picking the goddamn Ravens. I really didn't want to pick them, but fuck it, I did, so I was wrong. Fuck it.
Well, my whole thing with Lamar is like when he admitted on camera that he doesn't, like playing against Mahomes and stuff like that. Because instead of kind of embracing the challenge and taking it and kind of thing, oh, I don't want to play. Like he kind of took the other route. That's where I was kind of like, and then going into this game, you could see it. It's just like, dude, just play your fucking game. Just play your game. Like why
It is more.
you and it wasn't just him, it was the whole coaching staff.
Yeah.
Like they completely changed their game plan for this game. They went completely against what the Ravens actually do. Run the football effectively, and in the play action, gas you over the top. That's what they do, and they do it effectively. They do it very well because every one of the players on that offense, skill position wise, can either run with the ball or run block.
Hey,
Lamar not so much with the run blocking, but he can run with the ball.
do you know if Steve Smith was at that game?
I do not know if Steve Smith was at that game, but I would not be surprised if he was.
Look, they should have had him because I only saw Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs at that game, and I feel like they
How long was Steve Smith with the Ravens?
probably 5-6 years. I mean, he was more connected with the Panthers.
Really that long?
Yeah, I think
I was like, was it really that long?
I think he was with Flacco and Lamar. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be like 5-6 years. Could be 4 at max.
Damn.
Like minimum, I mean. But it had to be like 4 to 6 years, bro, for sure. Because he was with Joe Flacco for sure. But then he won a ring with them. He was on that team against y'all, right? Or the second one, I mean, with Ray and them. Let me go see right now.
I don't.
God damn,
I think
he was about to die.
I think he came after that.
I'm going right now.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Jacoby and who else was it? It wasn't. I don't think it was Steve Smith.
Oh, good.
I think Steve Smith came after, like the year or 2 years after they had already won the Super Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Mizzle says 3 years he was with the Ravens. So he was probably like the ass end of Flacco, the very beginning of Lamar.
I know I wasn't tripping, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think he was on that Super Bowl team. But yeah, but yeah, no, I don't know if he was at the game or not, but I know I would, especially in Baltimore. There, the people in the stands, obviously you got Ray Lewis and Suggs out there, watching the game as well. 2014 to 16. Lamar has not been in the league since 2016.
Whenever they won that last Super Bowl, that's when Lamar got drafted. He got drafted that year. He was the final pick in the first round. So the year that Ray Lewis and them won, the next year they drafted Lamar. So whatever year that was, that's when Lamar got drafted. I remember that for certain.
Holy shit.
So thanks to y'all.
Lamar's been in the league for that fucking long.
Yeah. Because he was playing behind Flacco, remember? He was behind Flacco. And that's why I'm like, he for sure has Steve Smith and Flacco. Because Flacco got that big contract. And then in the middle of that contract, that's when they were like, man, this motherfucker burnt. You know, they're like, this motherfucker's burnt. Yeah, he was on the Super Bowl with the Giants. He was
with the Giants in 08.
He definitely with the Panthers. Oh, now you gotta go.
Steve, hold on, Steve. Wait, whoa.
Yeah,
we must have crossed in the Mandela effect. The universe shifted. Steve Smith was with the Giants in 08?
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Ain't no fucking way.
No.
Let me get to these stats.
With Manningham and all them? No. That was with when they had Manningham and who's that other receiver that was hella good?
I don't think it was Victor Cruz. It was
no, not Victor Cruz. There's the other guy. God damn it, I forgot his name. He was like just before Victor Cruz.
Okay, yeah, he only went to one Super Bowl. He ain't win the Super Bowl with the Ravens. He went to the one with the Panthers in 03, and that was it. Yeah, you definitely talking
Right,
about
right. Working.
uh, hey, look, Mizzle, it's too early, but again, like y'all show say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, huh?
uh, Wrong Steve Smith. I was gonna say, like, yeah, no, the Super Bowl that when they lost to Tom Brady in Brady's second Super Bowl. Yes, Steve Smith was on that team. Was it? It was a Delhomme too, right? That was the QB. Jake Delhomme. Pretty sure he was the QB for the Panthers at that point. Yeah, it was Delhomme. Wasn't Chris Wanke? I know that. I remember him. That was enough. There were two Steves.
I
Thank
remember.
you, Dupper. Went to USC and won the Super Bowl 42. Right. Okay.
Both
That's why
played
I was kind of like, wait, what?
both played college ball in California. That's hilarious. In LA area. That's hilarious. One went to junior college, the other went to 4 year. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. For that story.
Parallels. God damn. Um, but I don't know, man. The Ravens went completely against what they normally do. Um, and Lamar just what happened?
I think
What? Go
um,
ahead.
I feel like a few people I've heard mention it already. That he was just so busy trying to show motherfuckers he was a quarterback, like and what a quarterback traditionally is. And like CP said, he said the same shit. He had a bunch of run lanes that he could have ran, and he didn't. He definitely did. At some point in time in that game, it should have clicked in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I gotta just win this bitch. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And if it did, it probably clicked late as shit. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, momentum was gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally a complete opposite of what Detroit is. Detroit is literally the polar opposite of what Baltimore is.
You think Baltimore's defense played well enough for the Ravens to be able to win that game?
Mm-mm.
Had the offense actually showed up?
No, the hell no.
I mean, it was what, 17-7?
Yeah, they didn't play good enough, bro.
I mean, holding a team to 17 points when the Ravens normally score over 25.
Okay,
Usually pretty good.
I guess.
I mean, holding the Chiefs to 17 points, that's
I mean, those 17 points was easily gotten.
damn, that's wild. A team with the defense that the Ravens had, like historically throughout the seasons up to this point. The only teams who had put up the numbers that Baltimore had put up this year were their fellow Baltimore Raven 2000 team and the 85 Bears. Those teams won the Super Bowl. This team fell short in the AFC Championship game. See, look, this is what I mean. Going against the 16 times total,
Yeah,
the Chiefs didn't score in the second half. See, that's what I'm saying. The Ravens defense showed the fuck up.
I guess.
Shut them down the whole second half. But that's what I'm saying. Going against the game plan of what they had been doing the entire time. Oh my God. See, thank you, Dub.
I agree. I agree with
That's
everything.
why they lost. That and is that really Lamar or is that coaching decision?
I mean, all of it's coaching at this point. All of it's coaching. some of his decision though. You can't just say all of it, but I should refrain what I was saying, but or phrase what I was saying. But most of his coaching, some of his decision. Because, like I said, in some of those moments, he could have just took off and they wouldn't have said shit. It's Lamar for them, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, bro. That's a tough situation. I don't feel like they did, but again, second half, yeah, they played their ass off. But again, you gave them a very fucking easy fucking set of points. So, I mean, that kind of shot you in the ass. So you made up for it, I guess, in the second half, only giving up a field goal. So I don't know. The offense for sure was obviously the blame of why they lost that game. I'm not trying to put it all on the defense at all. So I'm not saying that at all. It's 100% the offensive reason why they lost that game. But
Yeah. No, that's
run the ball, decision making in
totally.
those situations, it's a lot of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of everything, to be honest. So I'm not
But
disagreeing
it's
because I
like
agree with you.
when people play the Chiefs, I don't know what it is, but the formula to beat them is there. It's not like they played, entirely great football this year.
And hold on,
Um,
Josh, my bad. And Dub, that's the reason why I said it was decision making. Because him stretching out that damn ball, getting it punched out, that's a decision making situation. So like I said, I'm not putting it all on Lamar at all. It was the whole offense decision making from coaches to the players. It was a lot of shit, bro. It was a lot of shit, bro. Like it was a lot of shit. Like he literally could have did exactly what he did, dove the exact same way. Your body went in the damn end zone. You could have kept the ball tucked. Like two hands, yes, Mizzle, but he could have had that ball tucked how he had it and just left it against his chest. It would have been damn near impossible to punch out at that point. And
I,
kept it
I've seen I've seen people reach out with two hands on the football and it get punched out all the time. Like so
right.
that I mean it. Yeah,
Yeah. So you could have kept it on your chest. Your body still and your momentum put you in the
it's
end
funny.
zone. You'd have tucked that fucker, had it in there. You'd have fucking secured the ball. You'd have got in the end zone and you'd have got it did exactly what you wanted to do. But you start panicking and you thought you had to do all of this shit because the motherfuckers was right there. And that's like I said, decision making. That's all that calls to come down to decision making. What crossroads you gonna go down? You gonna panic or you gonna stay home to what you fucking been taught? And a lot of this shit, that's what it is, bro. So
It's like I said, when people play the Chiefs, it just turns into like people go away. uh, It's almost like they want to prove that they can beat the Chiefs at their own game instead of playing their game to what got them there. They play into what Kansas City tries or what they do.
uh,
They try to try to do fancy plays, instead of doing what got you. Again, the matchup couldn't be any worse for the Chiefs. It couldn't have been. The run defense versus, the Chiefs run game. There's no reason why the Chiefs should have, or why the Ravens should have only ran the ball 16 times. That's why would you think that you were going to your run game fits perfectly in the fact that you can waste out clock and keep Mahomes off the fucking field. And yet you want to play shootout with Patrick Mahomes. That that doesn't make any sense. Why do teams why do they feel the need that they have to try and play the Chiefs at their own game? It I don't know, man. I'm really lost when it comes to that because
pride.
they could be all honesty, the Chiefs should not be in the Super Bowl right
If you look at them on paper,
now. And I don't even think it's just the players. It's the coaches who get in their own way. The game plan and everything that gets put out there for it, that's what affects it. Like why overthink it? When you start overthinking things, that's when you start losing.
Are you referring to all coaches or are you referring to just the Ravens?
All coaches who go up against the Chiefs during the playoffs, or I mean, really at any point during the season. I mean, Chiefs specifically when it comes to the AFC Championship game, yes. Like, why would running the football got the and it? I feel like I'm talking about a fucking broken record because the Niners have been doing the same thing. The running game got you there. It's what you're good at. You've dominated teams with it. Yet for some reason, your game plan completely changes into right into Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes' hands. Right into it. You overthinking and doing what you don't normally do forces you to play right into their fucking hands. I think the Chiefs are effective because they have an aura about them that they live rent free in people's heads. It's not that they can't be beat, it's that in big time situations, players and coaches just decide to have brain farts because they want to prove they can outdo the Chiefs and Andy Reid at their own game, which you can't do. It's their game. It doesn't make any sense how you think you're going to beat a team who does this on the regular. You don't. You don't pass the ball like that. You run the ball effectively. Why the fuck would you think that you're going to be able to throw the ball effectively the same way as they do?
Well, two reasons. One, they don't have a player going rogue. They would have 14 points. And then to Dub's point, which is Dub's point, their other turnover in the red zone. They really could have had 21 points doing what they said they could have done. Like I said, it was just situations, bro. It's a mixed bag. I agree with you, but your overall point. But I'm saying, like, in this situation, it's a little funky because it was a lot of player decision making. It wasn't all. You can't blame it all on coaching. So yes, it's the aura of the Chiefs, but it's more the fact of people do out, like, just like I said, your overall point. They're stepping outside of themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're doing shit that they're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? And yes, you can't do that at all, which was the tip interception. Yes. So, like I said, I agree with you, but again, the
It
overall
really
thing,
kind of came down to
yeah,
three overall situations.
yeah, which they were in the
That kind of
situation. They were in a situation where even with the coaching did what they did, they still had opportunities to actually score. So
but
that's why that's
but
the mixed
does
bag.
but does what I'm meaning is, like, do you prevent even being in these situations if you just do what you normally do?
Yes and no, because Chiefs defense was playing really well, so you probably could run the ball. But shit, it was on his ass when he was passing it, so it's not. I mean,
I mean that was the thing. Like, it just, when you have pressure like that, and I don't know what the average per carry or anything like that was for the Ravens, but I'm sure it was at least somewhere around um, 3 to 4 yards per carry, but 16 times total as a team. That's not what the Ravens do. That's just not what they do. And I
yeah.
think if they just stick to the normal game, it got you the number one seed. If I'm not mistaken, did the Ravens even play the Chiefs this year? And if
Uh,
they did they not win?
Probably. I don't know. But the
I
Chiefs
don't.
had a lot of figuring out to do this season. So for them to get to where they are, it had to come like it came together. It like they really had to work on everything for it to come together because they had a whole new offense. So, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole new offense coordinator, whatever the fuck. So again, they had
Yeah.
to figure out a lot of different shit. They had a lot of shit to figure out. You know what I mean? So
Is
it's
Isaiah Pacheco underrated?
I think people fucking think he's good.
I don't feel like he gets talked about enough, though. Oh my lord!
Oh yeah, well then shit. They just
I'm
they
about to light a fuck. I'm about to blow a fucking fuse. That brings me flashbacks.
yeah, so they so to y'all point, I mean shit. They fucked up. So I mean, yeah. But again, like I said, even with that, they still made the throws to put them in position to score. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to the red zone the appropriate amount of times for them to have more points than 17. So
It's just
yeah,
an overall
they
collapse.
yeah, they fucked off. I mean, people probably should be fired. Um,
Think so. That like to that level.
yeah, somebody gotta get fired, bro. Y'all can't y'all can't do this shit like this and fuck up like this. If this is the situation, y'all have 5.1 a carry at the 16. Y'all should have fucking ran the ball more. You should have ran the ball more. You probably should have like I say, even when those decision making situations happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have fucking goddamn ran some more appropriately, just try to get the points. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like it's a lot of things you say they should have did in those situations, but it's like it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough. Yeah,
Yeah,
they definitely should have ran the ball. The appropriate thing with the stats and everything, you should have ran the ball, but it's very tough in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's just another year where the Baltimore Ravens and especially Lamar Jackson, because and this is not like saying, oh, Lamar is not as good. Like, no, Lamar is fucking elite. Like that's just
Yeah, they
what
had
it comes down to. That dude is an elite quarterback in this league, and I say quarterback specifically because everyone still has that fucking narrative about him just being a running back, and even though he's putting up perfect passer rating games, throwing for 400, 300, yards consistently, the narrative has to stop at some point.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm
But
gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Lamar, you got one. You do this same shit next year, bro. You a choke artist. I'm gonna be honest with you.
stepping
You
into
just.
a very bad territory with Country Cat. That's hard to get out of with Country Cat.
I'm gonna be honest. You do this shit next year, you a choke artist, family. You don't make it to the fucking dance because you in the AFC champ. You went first all season. Y'all looked amazing. Then, like I said, y'all got in those situations where it was time for y'all to score. The Zay Flowers shit, you can't blame Lamar for that shit at all. Can't blame for that. But the pick, you can definitely blame him for that shit. So, like I said, you sit there and you do the same old shit next season. Well, you know what I'm saying? You're a choke artist, family, at this point.
Damn.
That's just being real. And you know how I feel about Lamar. And like, yeah. So because if I'm gonna give the same fucking shit for Aaron Rodgers and all these other motherfuckers, what you think I'm gonna say? I can't sit here and fucking deny that shit. That's just real.
Yeah. His legacy. Well,
Mm.
I don't know about slightly. I don't even know about tarnished, really. Um, because he's still, you know, really young, and he's still, getting better, or at least in my eyes, he still gets better and better. It's just certain decisions and certain things that he does, not just during playoff time, but it's who it's against that becomes the issue. They did just fine against the Texans. You know, they smoked the Texans. Like, that was easy. But then when it came down to crunch time against a better team, just brain farts all around from the players and the coaches.
I want a better team.
A better team than the Texans, I mean.
Oh, I can't even say that. The Texans beat the fuck up. They was injured.
Also
I
true.
don't think the Texans a better team than the Chiefs. No, I don't know. I really don't think that was the situation. The Chiefs real deal just this is like when fucking the Warriors literally played every point guard that was hurt on their way to winning the first championship. I promise you. I promise you. I forgot they damn run. I promise you. The only two I remember right now at first hand is Michael Conley. Because that's when he had hurt his fucking eye. He had one eye. And fucking Kyrie when he broke his fucking kneecap. I was like,
Speaking of
what?
kneecap, did you see that play
What's
on it was on Brock Purdy. It was on one of the run plays that he had. It was the long one that he had, the 20-something yarder.
the one he looked like S. Ventura?
When he went down,
Mm,
it from the camera view, it looked like 32 from the Lions
mm.
tried to take a cheap shot and step on Brock Purdy's knee.
I wouldn't be surprised. Because I mean they had a couple of dirty shots on him, to be fair to Birdie. They had a couple of dirty shots. One of them he got
They
grounded.
had, yeah, one of them. I think they did. You see the one where he basically was like,
Yeah.
you know, with the and they didn't call that, which
Yeah.
was a little wild to me.
Yeah, no, that's why I said they had a couple of dirty shots to be fair to Purdy, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised on that play. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
Motherfuckers.
Purdy got up and, you know, as if nothing happened or whatever. He probably, you know, just missed, you know, because it looked like it kind of just glanced off the pad and like and went off to the side.
Mm.
But you can tell that there was intent there.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
like, oh boy.
I mean, y'all going to the Super Bowl. I mean, and overall, end of the story, more of the story, y'all going to the Super Bowl. So we'll see what y'all do. Hopefully, y'all don't get caught up in the lure as well, because Detroit definitely had 24 on y'all, and y'all had 7. That happened. That happened. So I feel where you're coming from, but y'all pull that.
Could this be
That shit gets pat. He gonna run that bitch up.
yeah, but could this be a step in the right direction for B Rabbit?
Absolutely fucking not, because guess what the fuck
He
happened?
first he first well, this is what I'm saying. Like, his first big loss was the infamous game against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, the 28-3, right?
Yeah.
And
What
then he
year was
lost the Super Bowl. That game, I don't remember the year exactly. I think it was 2018 or 19,
that? Oh, it was a
somewhere
year.
around there.
I thought y'all had Shanahan for multiple years before y'all went
No,
to Super.
we had Shanahan for 2 years before we went to the Super Bowl. It was in his third year as our head coach we went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so there you go. So just go back 3 years, 2016.
Okay, so during that this game, he's down by, you know, it's not 28-3, no, but he's down 17 points, and they make a comeback, and they win. So that kind of it's a process of eliminating the bad juju from the past.
No, it ain't, because it wasn't like y'all like dominate. They had a collapse in Detroit. You know what I mean?
So then, yeah, you were right, Kay. 2016 was that Super Bowl.
Yeah. So That's what I mean. I'm like, Detroit collapsed. Yeah, y'all defense stepped up, but Detroit just collapsed, bro.
But was it okay? Was it a Detroit collapse
Yep.
or was it a legitimate comeback?
Nope. It was.
Because there was still a
Hey, that's
chance. There was still a chance for the Lions to come away and pull a win.
right. And again,
Because
like I said,
we had gone up 10 because I had this in my head because I was thinking about it as it was going, watch this happen. We just came back by 17, right? Now we're up 10. Lions have a situation where they can have to, now come from behind with, I think it was like 6 minutes left at the time when they scored that touchdown to be within three.
hold on, bro. I can literally just surmise all of this into one play. That's play they went for on fourth down, right? The whole game they've been holding with your defense. Like not saying about the decision of on it. The whole
Mhm.
game they've been holding with your defensive line and your linebackers essentially for the most part. Fred been doing his thing, but for the most part they've been kind of picking up y'all blitzes. They've been kind of picking up y'all stuff the whole game at that point. That play, your whole defensive line whooped everybody ass on the offensive line, bro. The running back had to run. He ran scared. If you remember, he kind of like turned to the side like, oh shit. It was a oh shit moment. Yo, because he was about to get smacked by a linebacker and a D lineman at the same fucking time. Like your whole defensive line whooped their ass. Like that, it was one of those things where it was like they collapsed. They had a fucking collapse. That's what happened. Like if y'all would have had more time, y'all would have fucking ran the scoreboard up. It would have been just like how the Eagles collapsed against us. It was the exact same situation, low key.
Honestly, if there would have been a little bit more time, the Lions may have pulled something out.
Fuck no, y'all would have ran that score up, bro. Y'all had the whole momentum. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you go
No,
back,
I understand that. I understand the momentum leading up into that point, but then at one point in the fourth quarter, there was a feeling that momentum kind of dried out because the Lions were starting to operate again. And I was looking at it going, fuck, they might have blown their wad trying to get back into this game. And the adrenaline hit from that whole situation, from not just the touchdown, but the catch off the face mask, Brandon Ayuk, the miraculous or the what do they call it, the immaculate deflection now that everybody's calling it. Um, you have all these, the fumble that gets the ball back. You have all these high stress situations that are going on. So by the time this point in the fourth quarter happened, that's why I thought into my head, we're probably going to be the first team in history to come back from a 17-point deficit and then lose a 10-point lead that we had going up into that point. Because, like I said, the Lions were starting to operate. It was probably by the time they started moving, it was too late. But I really had a legitimate fear that the Lions were going to find some way to come back and win the game. They almost got the onside kickback, which scared the shit out of me.
no,
But
that he
that's
could.
what I'm saying. Like, and on top of that, had there been another, let's say, give them another like what, a minute and a half, right? You give them another minute and a half on that clock after they're scoring that touchdown, and it's forcing the 49ers to have to actually make plays instead of take a knee and go out. I think the defense was good enough and was going to be able to be good enough to get that ball back, and then they find some sort of way to get it either within field goal range, um, to tie it, to send it into overtime, or to win the game.
Nah,
There was a slight fear in my head that that's how it was going to play off because I said that it was like midway through the fourth
The final
when
was
they're on,
33.
off.
The final was 33-24, right?
No, it was 34-31. We won
Yeah,
by three.
or yeah, that's right. They did score, but that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, I don't believe so. I believe that touchdown that they had was cool, but I still feel like they imploded. I feel like y'all at that point, y'all
Oh,
like
I believe so too.
y'all did pack it in, but I feel like y'all had too much momentum. But that's why he was so anxious to get that goddamn ball because it was the right play. If he took a step, like he would have waited like one more step, the ball would have been at the 10 and he would have made that dive correctly. And yeah, I would agree with you at that point. But I honestly like that ball when he hit it, it went straight to George Kittle. That bitch went straight to George. I was like, well, what the fuck?
Out of all the people, like it just went right into
that's
his
exactly
head.
what the fuck I said. I was like, turn this shit off. Because I looked at it because at first I was like, what the fuck? Like I saw the flag and I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was at the 10. I looked at so much, I was like, yeah, he hit it early. He hit it early. Now
Yeah,
he hit it early. I can get
barely.
It was close.
It was close. It was very, very close.
If
But
he would have took one more step instead of fucking goddamn diving that early, he took one more step, the ball would have been right where he's at. Y'all, it would have been over.
he got right by the defender too.
Oh my god,
he got right by him.
Error on that guy's fucking part for sure because he did not do his job appropriately.
I was gonna say that defender was lucky that he touched it a little early because his job would have been on the fucking line. Like holy shit.
He would have got ran out of town.
No, that's what I meant. Like he's gone. Like he's this whole.
We don't give a fuck who you is, Chief. You got to get out of here.
That would have been in the same echelon as people say like the heartbreak of like the Kyle Williams muffing the punt and everything like that against the Giants and all these other situations that would have been up there. On
sure.
Absolute blunders. Like you just let the dude, it's an onside kick situation, and you let him just run by you. Free. Didn't even put hands on him.
He dove. At that point, all he could have done was like push him like in the air, I guess. Like,
but he didn't. He sat there and watched him. He watched him dive for the ball.
He was a mannequin in Levi Stadium for sure. He was ready to put some jeans on him. Jeans all the way top to bottom. He was ready to fucking goddamn be a mannequin in the showcase room.
My God, he just like the ball was hit. He stood there flat-footed and just the dude dove for it. Again, he had enough room to take another step, like you said, to be able to kind of give it a little bit more time. But even with that extra step and diving for it, the dude did fucking nothing.
None.
He was
close. He was close.
Whoa! Look at that.
Hey, that boy. Him and whoever the fuck was praying at the same time because they prayers was answered because that shit rolled
George after that's what I said. After he picked it up, he probably looked at that guy like, man, I was about to lay the smackdown on your ass, bro. Like I'm just holy shit. Are you kidding me?
You was gonna get whooped on because the first play they put on that screen as everybody dressing up, they would have put on the screen while y'all dressed. Motherfucker been mad. They would like the coach been mad.
George Kittle would have been serving stone cold stunners to the entire sideline.
Hey, my boy he would have went ape shit on him. I think he would have just gave him a bunch of them rattlesnake joints.
Oh, just deep. Well, hey, you knock it off. See, even he's getting it. Like you be upset.
Hey, for real.
Yup. It's like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
There you go. He picked the right one too, and y'all called the time out of everything. They picked the right one. You thought you froze the kicker. No, you froze him.
Completely. Like, dude, he did nothing.
You froze that motherfucker. He was the one that didn't need the timeout.
Bro, not even really a step, K, like half a step if you really look at it. The ball maybe needed to travel
It was like
another 2 inches
it was
to
close.
make that 10-yard mark.
No, it was close. That's why I say if he took another step, he would have got it because his momentum hit the ball forward. Like everything would have been a little different because he would have been on top of it. You get what I'm saying,
Or if he would have had his hands like a little bit lower.
bro? It was his because he was diving, body
Well, I
momentum.
understand he was diving, but like,
That inertia, you know what I'm saying? So his inertia would have had him over top of the ball if he took a step a little lower because the ball would have been lower. The ball trajectory would have been lower because it would have been going down to hit the ground again. He would have been over top of it, and it would have fucking landed probably like in his chest and stomach area versus his hands where it pushed it forward. You get what I'm saying? If he took a full another step.
God, I don't even want to.
I'm sorry.
The mannequin in the stadium, like just
The
fucking
mannequin in
standing.
the motherfucking
Bro,
stadium.
I wanted to yell, but like I said, my wife was sleeping right here, so I didn't want to like wake her up. I was like, "You motherfucker!" I was getting ready to just. Oh, you almost cost everything. You almost cost everything by just
That sack of shit.
like, oh my goodness. It just that's what I'm saying. Like anything that could have gone wrong was going wrong at that point in time. Like it was, there were things lining up that, like I said, there was a point in that fourth quarter where I'm like, I think the momentum shifted back a little bit here. I was like, if the Lions can play this right, they might have a chance to at least tie it and get back in it. You know, when Jake Moody missed that first field goal, I
Bro,
I I just about lost my goddamn mind.
I was dying because I knew I'm like, that's that motherfucker that yay. I was dying laughing. And then when he kicked the second one, I was like, that motherfucker, I was like, miss, 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 miss.
You were hoping to God for that second miss. Hey, if you would have got that second miss, that would have been the difference in the game.
For sure. Momentum would have died.
So
Everybody in that
when
bitch.
he hit the 48 yarder, the second one, I was like, I was in your head. I'm like, if you fucking miss this kick, I swear to God, he is. I am going to lose my fucking mind
I
because
think
then right after he missed the first kick, people started posting all the stats and stuff for Robbie Gould throughout the playoffs being perfect. He's 29 for 29 in the playoffs.
y'all would have for
And
sure.
Moody, I think, has missed 3 fucking kicks so far. Like we chose this rookie kicker in the third round, by the way,
Hmm.
for one of the all-time playoff greats.
That man was on his ARRP membership.
He was that's definitely sure, but I would have at least let him go out the right way, give him one more year, let him go out the right way.
I
But
mean,
you dumped him for a rookie that you thought was, because I'm not gonna, like, yeah, he was cool at Michigan, but it wasn't like like, do I trust him in the Super Bowl to make? Okay, first of all,
hey, I was just thinking the same shit. Like, what if it's
Mizzle,
in the game?
look, hold on.
He
No,
missed
here's
it.
what y'all don't understand.
Oh,
Here's what we're not gonna do. Okay, here's what
oh,
we're not gonna do. And I've said
that's
this before, and I
crazy.
only say this in situations that actually matter. Don't you fucking put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hey, look,
Okay, don't you dare put that evil on me for that situation to come, because
follow
I
them,
might have a heart attack at 32. I
follow
might
them.
I might legitimately have a heart attack at 32 if it comes down to Jake fucking Moody coming to kick the last second field goal to win the game.
Follow them around the corner when they go hit that jet right there, San Jose Municipal. Follow them around the corner. Get on the plane with them. Take that hour flight to Vegas with them. That evil. Fly on down to Vegas. take practice with them and do all that. You even fly with them, go with them, because that's very plausible. Because you think that choke game was supposed to be that one. No, that was just showing you what's about to happen. Y'all finna play Pat
It ain't
Mahomes.
gonna be on. It's not gonna be on Brock. It's gonna be on fucking Moody.
Look, they win this Super Bowl.
Oh, that just
Valdez,
gave me a fucking migraine.
Valdez Scantling is gonna become a household name. Watch. They gonna win this shit. They gonna start talking like he nice. I promise you. Because he finna have some stats on y'all. He gonna have like 100. That shit gonna be crazy. They gonna say he a household name. Watch. Pat finna be out there.
Valdez Scantling.
Watch. Because
I think Valdez Scantling is gonna have like 3 drops.
bro, I'm telling you right now. Look what happened with Juju. This
I
motherfucker Pat Mahomes played so well. He had Juju out there looking like people thinking that he was gonna go out there and do something. He went right to the
I
bench
think
so far.
the way you think about Valdez Scantling is gonna have a big game is the way I think Rasheed Rice is gonna have a big game.
No, I expect him to have a good game. I'm saying I'm only saying that for the fact of y'all gonna anticipate him to play good, so y'all gonna fucking try to scheme for him. But y'all gonna scheme more so for the people that's like has the intangibles for the Chiefs. I believe, and I feel like motherfuckers like Valdez Scanlon is gonna go out there and fucking eat because Pat Mahomes gonna fucking take advantage of y'all limitations on defense versus worrying about y'all assets on defense like other teams do.
I'm still upset at the fact that Mizzle even put it out there
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to
about
you. I
Jake
was
Moody.
thinking that shit before he even typed that shit up. I was just letting you finish your goddamn point. I'm be honest with you. I was already thinking that shit myself. I'm
I
like,
don't I don't think any 49er fan who is telling the truth can have confidence in Jake Moody to make that kick.
so what if they block the ball? Would you fucking goddamn be bad at Moody then? If the Chiefs
It
block,
depends. It depends. That's all. That's kind of circumstantial as well. If
I mean, you could say in certain situations that the kick might be too low. But to be all the way honest with you, I mean, in another situation, if the kick is too low, you probably got it. You know.
another person just got blocked. All right.
All right. Well, there you go. So I was just explaining to the people, if you have to kick it low, in certain cases, you might have to drive it because you have further distance. So that might be one of the reasons why it could be circumstantial, but it's like it could be the kicker's fault. But
I think for him, if it's like somebody just blew through the line and really before, like it was kind of doomed before he even kicked the ball in the first place, that's on whatever defense or whatever offensive lineman that was there, supposing to have that assignment, missing that assignment, that's on him. But
motherfucker jump high enough and just block it. Like they tip it or some shit. They jump high enough to just tip it. How's that on Moody? Other than him kicking it low enough, but like I was saying, I'm
then
like,
I would give that I would give that, hey, hell of a defensive play to get his hand up there to do it.
all right. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just
I'll give it that. But I don't think like nowhere in my mind do I think that if it comes down to that, the reason why he misses is because of a blocked kick or anything else like that. He's gonna either shank it right or left. Gonna fucking
I guess you're gonna say you're gonna whip it, you're gonna kick it short. So I believe that's what's going on. You're gonna kick them motherfuckers short. And yeah, those are the only ways. or you know what I mean, you don't kick it, you ain't got enough power on it, and you ding the goddamn field goal post. That's the second way that you can fucking hit it outside of the shanking.
Yeah, he's gonna either shank it or doink it.
I mean, he could whiff it too. You could kick it, and it's just not far enough.
I mean, if he like under, like he doesn't have enough power, that kick better be coming from 55 or 60 plus. If it just didn't have enough, to get there, it better be from that far out. If he misses it short from 50 and under, cut him. I don't care if you spent a third round pick on him, cut him. Fucking get rid of it. Good thing is playing in a dome. You know what, Mizzle? I don't think that matters. I don't think playing in a dome. I don't think. I don't think playing outside. Regardless of the situation, I have no faith in Jake Moody to actually make a clutch time kick when it needs to happen. I don't see it happen. And yes, kickers. Say they're putting it out there that do I trust Jake Moody to make the game-winning field goal? And the answer is no. Hell no. Fuck no. It's that Tracy Morgan gif of him in the movie Cop Out just saying no however many times. I do not trust that man at all. I don't. Now, if it comes to a clutch time situation and he makes it, cool, hallelujah. Football guys are on our side today. But I have no fucking his kick. The fact that he's missing in key momentum times is where my issue is. And like his God, he must have missed like at least 5 or 6 this year. Just ugly ones too. That it's and again in key situations that these are happening. He missed one this last game. Yes, he missed the first one that he attempted in the beginning. It was 7-0. We got down the field. That field goal would have made it 7-3, but that basically added to the Detroit momentum after Moody missed that fucking field goal. Those types of kicks are momentum swingers. You can't miss those kicks. So that's why I'm saying, like with him, no, I don't trust him. And we shouldn't have it be at that point in the game where we should have to rely on that. It should we should have 7 by 7 points or more. If it comes down to 3, we're in fucking trouble. We are in trouble. We don't have the kicker that I think has the mental, not even the testicular fortitude to handle a clutch situation like the Super Bowl.
To strengthen your point, he's 24th in the league in field goal percentage.
Go fuck yourself.
He's 84%. Extra point, he's 98.4, which is 12th. His longest field goal is 57.
The fact that he's missed extra points, like, okay, I hate the evil that you just put out there, Mizzle. I hate you for the evil you just put out there.
Well, I mean, he's a Raider fan, and y'all playing in his stadium, so I mean, I can tell you that right now.
Bad juju is already fucking coming.
Can't wait to watch y'all come out that motherfucker with the SD look. I can't wait. That's what Miz was saying. I can tell you that right now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is absolutely terrible. That is horseshit. dog shit, whatever type of animal you can throw in there, an excrement hill is what he is. So no, I do not trust him whatsoever.
Well, I will say this.
Whatsoever.
I will say this. Chiefs finna beat y'all. So strap up. Because y'all finna see Taylor
There's a
Swift in
chance,
a full
okay?
effect. They
I think
got
there's a
Taylor Swift there
chance.
too. They got Taylor Swift there too. She gonna be in full attendance.
This game is going to be the reason why Taylor Swift has another hit breakup song.
Oh, I said that shit 2 weeks ago. I said that this shit from the end, he gonna fucking they gonna have a breakup after the Super Bowl.
Well, see, then you got to stand by. You can't say that that's going to happen, and then
I said after the Super Bowl, they gonna have a fucking kiss under the confetti and then winning. Fuck you talk about.
and then the hit breakup song is going to
The
come
hit
out later
breakup
after the
song.
whole.
She gonna
Damn.
perform at halftime. Look, they gonna have a whole little thing. Then they
God, I
gonna
hope not.
look. I already know that's coming, Mizzle.
That would prove the script.
Next season. Watch, they gonna fucking have Taylor Swift as the fucking hit shit because she gonna have a whole song based off of NFL experience and all this shit, bro. It's shit gonna be crazy.
That is.
I used to watch you in the box office. I'm telling you, I mean in the fucking skybox. I used to
Mizzle
watch.
is hot on that one.
Tell you, it's gonna happen.
Mizzle is hot on that one. The audacity of the NFL to put the Raiders' top two rivals in their stadium is hilarious.
It is. It is. All like he said, he wished the fucking game just don't finish.
Yeah, we know who the special guest is now.
I
We
mean,
definitely know who the special guest is now.
his special guest gonna be like Kiki Palmer, Lil Jon, all that bullshit. He's gonna pull up Dr. Dre. We don't give a fuck.
Kiki, damn, he's gonna pull Kiki out.
Yeah, because they got the song Good Good.
Yeah,
They have a hit.
damn.
Yeah, nobody gives
Sheesh.
a fuck about the halftime shit no more.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. They waiting to look at Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift gonna have more fucking appearances in the Super Bowl than the motherfucker. Than Usher will, I promise you that. She gonna have more screen time than Usher is.
did you just shorten Justin Bieber's name to JB?
He's a believer.
Did you just?
He's a believer. What you
He
saying?
did have that haircut at one point in his time.
Oh man, let's not do this. I'm not adding on to y'all sibling rivalry. I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez. Only watching Super Bowl for the Deadpool 3 commercial.
Hey, they gonna have some good ass commercials. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Look, if Pepsi go back to whoever the fuck was running Pepsi back in the day, because Pepsi and Coca-Cola used to have some fucking competitive ass commercials, and they used to be creative as fuck.
Used to be good.
Excuse me. If they got a spot with the creative team they used to have, and Taco Bell, whoever the fuck been doing their creative commercials for the Super Bowl has been pretty good, and Domino's as well. Domino's has been pretty solid. I mean, not Domino's, Doritos.
Doritos. Okay.
Yeah, the Doritos commercials have been pretty solid.
Hey, what's your? Do you have a favorite Dorito? Do you eat Doritos?
I mean, I don't really eat that shit no more, but I mean,
No.
I used to fuck with a few different ones. To be honest with you, beautiful.
Which was your favorite one?
Yeah, I didn't really have a favorite. I just used to grab a few different ones because they start branching out of different flavors. By that point, I stopped really fucking with chips like that. Like I eat chips here and there, but I don't really fuck with them like that.
Kit, would it? Oh no. Let's say Popeyes is low key, but damn.
I mean, he out there in Texas, so you got a whole bunch of different options. But yeah, they don't commercialize a lot of this shit. They Popeyes ain't Popeyes no more, bro.
Mizzles with the Cool Ranch. Caleb's with the spicy nachos. I like the salsa verde ones, but I can't ever find them in the stores. They're always out of them.
Bud Bowl.
They
Is that
always
what
run out hella quick.
the
Which one?
Bud Bowl? What Dub said. That was with the Clydesdale. Hey, they don't know about them chicken strips. Look, Josh don't want to take a drive because Raising Cane's for sure is for sure like in Dixon and all that. I don't think it's out there in Sac yet.
No, it is. I've seen a few.
There is. I
There's
ain't
a
seen
couple of them out here. No, yeah, there's a couple of them out here.
Oh yeah, well then shit, yeah, you know. I'm about to go ahead. They got Mr. Fries too. Not the plug, but the plug. Mr. Fries is fucking fire, bro. You tried that yet?
Mr. Fries?
Oh man, you bullshit. Hey, look, Mr. Fries started out in LA, right? Like he was fucking fire as fuck. Started out in LA at his fucking crib, just making fries with all kind of shit on top of it, bro. Them bitches is hitting. They in Elk Grove. Them bitches is fire, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Holy shit! Like
where is it at?
In Elk Grove. It's like in this
Elk Grove.
Yeah, I went there one time. I need to go again. They got like steak. You put steak on top of that shit. They got all different ones. They got steak and shrimp. They got fucking all kind of shit, bro. Put on top.
Steak and shrimp.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. It was fucking fire too. Like
damn.
Bro, they had one. It was like chicken and bacon. They had all kind of shit, bro. I ain't eat that one, but I ate the fucking steak and shrimp for sure. They had all kind of different ones, bro. Like we had got the big platter box. They come in like a large pizza box, and they put it's like 4 different flavors in the box.
Damn.
Yeah, because it was 4 different flavors in the box. So we just, you know what I'm saying? It just made it easy for us. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that was tight.
Oh. Now we got the puppy bowl.
Yeah, they can go ahead and cancel that.
We have now.
They can go ahead and cancel that.
Yeah, this Super Bowl. I mean, we got 2 weeks. I know there's going to be a whole lot of things that are going to be coming out, especially media day, shit like that. So 2 weeks is a long time to wait for it, but we have a lot of things to go through until then. We've got the A7FL Fall Brawl Championship coming this Sunday. So we've got that to look forward to. That's going to be very interesting to watch. We appreciate Corey Price for giving some time and being on the show. A lot of great information. Great talking to him. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us the entire morning. If you're on the West Coast, good afternoon now. We appreciate everybody on the East Coast for hanging out and watching as well. We'll see you guys again on Friday night. We appreciate you. For myself, JP, for the 610 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K. See you guys all next time.